What's up, everyone? I am DJ here with my new podcast. This is episode one. That was nasty to just spit out. This is episode one. I haven't thought of a name of it yet. Maybe DJ's World or something like that. I don't know. I feel like I'm too close to the microphone here. But this is just a podcast for me talking about pro wrestling, comic books, just nerdy shit, video games, whatever the fuck comes to mind. And yeah, so today I'm going to have a co-host by the name of Hector. He is a friend. He has his own podcast called South Sips. And yeah, he's doing some big things in like film and stuff. So I'm going to get him on here in a little bit. I will be eating throughout this because I am starving. But, whatever. It's not going to affect anything. Extremely high. But, yeah, so today we're going to be talking about Superman. We were supposed to talk about it about 2 weeks ago, but life has been crazy here in my household lately. So, had a leak, I think, all last week or something like that. I think it just barely ended this week. About a week and a half, about a full week, whatever. But yeah, so I had all that going on and just so much shit, and haven't been able to record Superman. But we're gonna be recording and talking about Superman today. So let's go ahead and call Hector in here, and I'm gonna get him through on Discord if I can. There we go. All right. So, anyways, now we're back in the recording. This nigga Hector took forever, y'all. That is not my fault. This dude don't know what the fuck he's doing. He's over here fucking jacking himself off or something. I don't know. Bro could not fix his fucking microphone at all.
Why is Jay crying, DJ?
Oh yeah, my wife walked in. I think that was during my intro. I don't even know. It don't matter.
Yeah, that was like during while you were talking.
But yeah. Anyways, like I was saying, we're gonna be talking about Superman today. However, before we get into Superman, y'all know what's up. That boy Hogan just died, bro.
Oh, I
want to talk about it. Let's talk about it.
I wanted to split it, goddammit. I was going to let us talk about Hogan's death of the South Sibs, and then we'll talk about the movie for you.
We can still go into it, but like, I just want to touch on it real quick.
Nah, that's not a real quick when it comes to Hogan.
I just want to say, look, man. I put out a tweet, right? My tweet said, "No bullshit. Like, thank you for Rock Hogan. Thank you for the HBK match because of what HBK did. You know what I'm saying? Because like Rock Hogan legit is one of my favorite matches, like top 3 probably. It's probably like Taker Shawn, Austin Rock, and then Rock Hogan. And honestly, Rock Hogan only because of the crowd. And Jim Ross and the King were like top notch that night. I mean, if it wasn't for all that, I'd probably be near my top 10 at all. But at the same time, like, I hate the people that are going out and saying like, pretty much saying you have to respect Hogan because of what he did for wrestling. And it's like, that's cool if you put that tweet out, but also mention how he was a fucking racist. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I did in both my tweets. I mean, in that one tweet, I recognize what he did for me as a wrestling fan. Just like Chris Benoit. I don't care what anyone says. Just like Chris Benoit. Like, I love Chris Benoit as a wrestler. Awesome. Love him. As a human being, though, like, piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's, and people always do that when it comes to Benoit. But it's Hogan, and now people are like, yeah, he did this and he did that. But forgiveness is a thing. I can hear you.
Shit, okay, cool. I plugged myself. Okay, I don't know if I plugged myself into a better mic. I had to use the mic that just comes within the device rather than. So does I come out a lot better than before?
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I was really finna be pissed if I had shitty audio. And the video quality was gonna be ass because my 4K camera got fucked up. I'll drop that shit in the move.
You're just ruining shit. Anyways, but yeah, like, yeah. So that's my stance on the Hulk Hogan thing. And like I said, if you want to record an episode for your shit like later, like we can go more into that shit because nigga, we're wrestling fans. You know what I'm saying? And we witnessed the politics of Hogan, and goddamn it, we fucking witnessed the racism of Hogan. So.
But we didn't witness it because we didn't see him say that. We heard it we heard it.
Yeah. So
we saw the best friend wife fucking of Hogan, but we did not see.
But yeah, but no, like yeah, it's just my stance on Hogan. So I got a lot more. Trust me, because that
we'll get that to the South Sibs. DJ's gonna record it. I'm gonna ask him to send me the files, and I'll edit it, ladies and gentlemen. It is me. Fucking, you know what time it is, baby.
It's too ugly.
Hey, my girlfriend told me she wanted to burn this shirt.
Does she not like the movie?
No, she just doesn't like the shirt. She says the shirt just makes me look like a little child. It's just like the shirt makes you look like a child. Like, if don't ever think you could, like, her exact words were, don't ever think you could have sex with me wearing this shirt.
Oh wow.
She's like, you look like a little boy with the fucking shirt. No. Out of all the shirts that I have, this is the one that she is just like, throw that away. But I'm keeping it.
Yeah, this dude Hector ugly. But anyway. Alright, so Superman 2025 came out 2 weeks ago. Like I said in the intro, we were supposed to do it. Life comes up. I finally got free time right now. But, y'all, we ain't had a good Superman movie in forever.
Like, hey, bro, what you mean, bro? Superman Returns in 2006.
Ass.
I rewatched it because I remember telling you that
I rewatched it. I rewatched it before Superman came out.
You know what I realized? That's one of those things where maybe I just liked seeing Superman on the big screen, and I just didn't take the time to watch the film. Because I'll defend Spider-Man 3. Like, I saw Spider-Man 3, and I thought it was a solid movie when it came out. And then, like, with people shitting on it, I was like, I don't think it's that bad of a movie. All right? We can't lie and say that a movie's ass and then take scenes from it and use it for a meme, okay? Because, as we'll discuss when it comes to the Hater Hall of Fame, y'all can't be saying Spider-Man 3 is ass, but then like every fucking tweet about Eddie Brock going to church to pray that God killed Spider-Man.
Just because it has some moments doesn't mean it was a good movie.
Hey, all right.
Hey, look.
I will defend Spider-Man 3, but we're talking about actual. But like I was saying,
it's not the worst superhero movie.
Yeah, see, with Spider-Man 3, though, I was like, I'll still defend this. I rewatched it. I was like, all right, I can still defend this. And I remember we had this conversation off air in like the group chat, and I just remember rewatching Superman Returns, and I was like, okay, Kevin Spacey is a great Lex Luthor, but the rest of this movie is ass. I was wrong. I was fucking wrong. I will be man enough to apologize and say I saw the movie that you saw. I don't know what the fuck I saw when I was a kid that I just got hyped. Maybe I just liked Superman and was hyped to see Superman. But yeah, no, that was ass. That was ass. It did have the one moment that I think everybody liked when it first came out is Superman getting shot in the fucking eye and the bullet crumbling. That was pretty fucking cool. But that was it.
Yeah, no. So like when I think in 2006, I was 12, and my dad got early showing tickets from somebody at work or something. So it was me, him, my brother. We went to the movie tavern. Movie tavern had just opened up. It was one of the first movies they were gonna show there. And I think 10 minutes into the movie just crashed. Like, that motherfucker wasn't. This just wasn't playing. So everybody was sitting there like, what the fuck? And they're like, oh, we're gonna give everybody their refund. You know what I'm saying? We can't get it fixed. It's like, oh, okay.
Oh,
like,
I thought you were saying like quality wise the movie crashed. No, you're saying the screen actually.
Yeah, the screen actually crashed. Like, that was just stopped working. And it was just one showing because it was like an early showing. And, and so, and I'm just like, oh, okay. Like, I'm a kid, you know. I was mad. I'm like, oh shit, Superman. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying? I can't see the Superman movie. And then maybe like a week or two, I think the movie came out, and my grandma took me and my brother to see it. And like again, I'm 12, so I'm just like, Superman movie. I just saw Batman Begins the year before. You know what I'm saying? And Batman Begins is a fantastic movie. It's probably my opinion, out of the Dark Knight trilogy, I would say Batman Begins is the best one. And that's probably why, because I liked that movie so much as a kid, I thought, like, I'm thinking like, oh shit, there's a Batman movie last year, there's a Superman movie this year. We're getting the whole universe. It's like, okay, cool, I'm happy. And then I got older and I was like, oh yeah, that movie's ass. This is how I know the movie's ass. My dad loved Superman. I remember the movie came out on DVD or something, and we're at Walmart, and he had not seen it since the whole movie crash thing because he was mad, and so we ended up buying the DVD. He watched it and was like, I was like, yeah, that's like, we thought it was good, you know what I'm saying? He bought it based off recommendation of me and my brother. We're 12 and 13, motherfucker. Why you listening to us? Like, what do you mean? Oh, was the movie good? Yeah, Superman. Why wasn't it good? Oh, okay, I'm gonna go buy it. Bought it. He was mad. He was like, it was the worst Superman movie he ever seen, because he grew up like on the Christopher Reeve Supermans, right? Yeah. Now, of course, this is the continuation of that. I think it continues after Superman 2, if I'm not mistaken. Superman 1, Superman 2, and then Superman Returns. And like, he just said it sucked. So as I got older, I was like, man, there's no way that movie sucked. And I went back and watched it. And I was like, oh, this movie sucks. And then I think I wanted to show Julian like a month or two ago, because I'm so hyped for this Superman movie. And I remember just watching it. Like, in my head, I'm like, oh my God, I'm not getting this time back to myself. Like, this movie sucks. And it's crazy because no matter how bad a superhero movie is, nothing will ever be worse than Halle Berry's Catwoman. That movie absolutely sucks.
There are some movies that I'll put under Cat. I will only give Catwoman the edge because at least we see Halle Berry's fine ass in like leather. That's about it. All right, but there's some movies that are complete ass that did not give me that. All right, Snyder Cut 4 fucking hours.
Oh my God!
And I ain't seen no Halle Berry. At least Catwoman gives you Halle Berry. You have a nice little visual aid to walk along with the fucking film there. But no, there's some shittier fucking movies, and we will get to it. But so like, what did your dad just finally call y'all back and just say you guys suck, or like did he just like?
Nah, like I said, we were 12 and 13, so the movie probably came out. Well, back then, movies took like 6 months or so to fucking come out, right? So yeah, no. I had maybe turned 13. No, I'm like, so Thomas would have been 14. I would have turned 13 by the time it came out on DVD. And like, again, this is off one. I saw the movie one time. I was 13 years old. I was 12 years old when it came out, you know. Here I am, 13. Like, oh, did you like the movie? Well, shit, did I like that movie when I was 6 months ago? I guess so. Yeah, it's Superman. I loved it. Superman, you know. So, Superman.
Ignore that. Superman. Let's go sit right there. Superman, y'all. Yeah, you know what's crazy? We had talked about. That with some friends of ours when it came to 2000s nostalgia, and I was like, I miss when you practically were forced to go to the movies, because it was like, you didn't see this movie when it's out in theaters, you got like 1 month to see this movie
before everybody starts talking about it.
Not even. No. You got 1 month to see this movie, and then if you missed this movie, you got to wait a whole ass 9 months before you get it on DVD. Like, I feel like that's honestly one of the reasons why people like watching movies like that at the theater, because it's just like, oh, well, if it's good, it'll take about 3 months for it to go on streaming. If it's garbage, it'll take about fucking 2 weeks. Because I remember that stupid ass tarot card movie came out in January. By February, that bitch was already on streaming.
Tarot?
Tarot, the horror movie about the tarot cards.
Yeah, I don't know. Never heard of that. Had to be watching
Exactly.
something. Oh, speaking of movies, before we go into Superman, you see a trailer for Sweet Revenge. Is that a fan made film?
The Jason one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it says it's an official vignette. So when you like, that's the thing is just like, first of all, a vignette for something that's not a wrestler is crazy to me because what movie are they actually going to put it on?
Well, and it says it's supposed to come out this year, like next month or something, and it has Jason in it. And I looked it up,
no,
and apparently it's supposed to be a part of the actual rebooted universe. But
it's official, but it's just like
I thought that shit was fan made. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I guess everything would be fan made now if you think about it. They're fans.
I mean, it kind of looks fan made, but I was just wondering, like, okay, there we go. Moved it. All right, back in frame now. But anyways, no. So it says an official vignette, so it's just like it reminds me of how Pixar will put a short film before their actual movies. So I'm just thinking, like, where is it gonna fucking go? Like, what movie is it gonna be placed in front of?
Yeah, it's weird they would call it Sweet Revenge if Jason's in it.
Yeah, and they're calling it a vignette, but like, I didn't take the time to watch it. I just read the article about it, so that was my whole thing, is just finding out, like, so what is this necessarily going to be about? Did you watch it?
I saw the trailer, but I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't paying attention that much to it. I saw him like in the trailer. Hey, what the fuck are you doing?
The kitchen's over there, and she went in the kitchen to go get something, so I just wanted to censor, and that's why I used my head. But it's funny because, like, here, I'm just my regular skin tone, but over here, I'm Hulk Hogan reincarnated, brother. We'll get to that when we go to the South Subs. No, so yeah, speaking of Jason, I mean, cool. I'm glad that we're going to get Jason back because we haven't had anything. Jason was one of those, when it comes to the Friday the 13th series, as somebody who like sat down and watched all of them, I don't get why people hate the reboot, because the reboot was not ass.
2009?
Yeah, the reboot was not ass.
It wasn't. That was my favorite one, honestly. I think a lot of people hated the underground tunnel he had or whatever, but I thought that was cool. I mean,
yeah, no, it's just like a smarter Jason. Like, Jason gets dumber. If you were a fan of the original Friday the 13th series, he's a regular ass dude up until the third one, because the third one is where he gets killed, and then I think 5 or 6 is when he comes back as a zombie. So like, everybody likes the zombie Jason, but people forget that Jason was just a regular ass guy. Like, the second one, he didn't have the hockey mask. He's got a fucking bag mask.
Yeah.
And with a hole in the eye. So it's just like, that one in my opinion, did a great job. It was like, okay, this is still human Jason. We didn't get to Undead Jason because people hated on it. Although I genuinely think that the only reason people hated on that, and the only reason we didn't get any sequels to that, is because even though it's not the same film company and all that shit, I genuinely think it's because of Halloween 2. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Oh, he sucked.
That movie fucking crippled the shit out of that.
Yeah.
Like, how is it that off chat guys, he's no longer my boss, but he's still DJ's boss, mutual boss of ours, puts those two movies as his favorite Halloween ones?
Oh, he did? The Rob Zombie Halloween?
The Rob Zombie Halloween is his number one, and then like he said he likes number 2. So I was like,
I can't lie, I love the first one. I thought the first one was really good, in my opinion. Like, and I think maybe it's more because of the backstory aspect of it. Like,
that's kind of what I hated about it.
I loved it. I loved the whole killing the motherfuckers in the woods because his mom's a fucking Hey, they was like, your mom's a whore and all kinds of shit. Motherfucker said, alright, I'm gonna show y'all niggas a whore, and just went to town.
In the new series, his mom's gonna be a fucking OnlyFans girl. Yeah, so you got that. Before we get into Superman, sorry guys, you know who the fuck y'all signed up for. We always go on these tangents before we get to the main subject matter. Before we go on that, what do you think about A24 getting the Jigsaw series?
Huh? I didn't hear about that.
Saw series. Yeah, no, A24 has acquired the Saw series. So
Aren't they the ones with the Halloween as well?
yeah, they have Halloween. So
Oh shit, we're getting a crossover.
How? Like that's what I want to know.
I mean, if they're gonna reboot Halloween, they may as well reboot Saw, which will suck. Cause I ain't gonna lie. Oh boy, what's his name? Tobin.
Tobin Bell.
Yeah. Real ass, bro. He a real ass nigga, bro. I don't care. No one says real. Hey, that voice as a kid. Hey, that first Saw movie, that shit had me hooked. I mean, by the time we got to part 3, I was kind of like, all right, I'm done with the series. But the fact that they thought of like, all right, the motherfucker in charge of the game is laying in the center of a game going on. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end when he got up, I was like, oh shit. It's like, oh.
See, that puppet scared the fuck out of me for a hot minute because I was still like, there's a 5-year age difference, ladies and gentlemen, between me and DJ.
Have you played the game? In the game, he scares me. It scares the shit out of me.
The game made the puppets scarier than it was in the fucking movies. That's honestly why I ended up watching the movies. Because I'm just like, holy shit! In the game, he's fucking scarier.
Yeah.
They got that. So I feel like Saw now. Everybody's like, oh, how are they gonna bring Tobin Bell back if John Kramer's dead? It's like we're in the era of AI and deepfakes. You could just say it's a AI deepfake thing. Like
he did die, huh?
He dies in the third one. They just kept on going. Like Saw 10 is like the third. Oh, there was a game before the first game. This motherfucker had 7 games, but this game was in Mexico, so it doesn't count, I guess. Like, this motherfucker had a whole fucking preseason before he started killing. But that series kind of got played the fuck out, so I'm trying to see. Now, honestly, I didn't hate the Chris Rock Spiral one because I feel like
I heard that was actually really good, but I haven't seen it.
It's solid. I just think that people just. This is the thing when it comes to people and films of beloved franchises. You guys want the franchise, but you guys can't think. And this is what happens with like wrestling fans too, where it's just like, oh, we need another Nightmare on Elm Street with Robert Englund. Robert Englund is old as fuck, bro. You don't want that to be Freddy Krueger again. You don't. Maybe for the voice, maybe they should make an animated Freddy Krueger movie. That's what I personally feel. Make an animated one. Fuck it. I think people will watch it. But Robert Englund himself is old as shit. He can't be doing the same thing. He's like, anybody who says we need.
Yeah, we saw how it went with the new Freddy.
Yeah, like anybody who wants to see like, yo, we need a new, like same thing with Halloween. Whereas they had that thing of like, well, fuck, we're gonna try to go with the original killer. And I was like, the first one they did such a great job, but then what happened is they tried to turn a one movie great idea into a trilogy, and then they just shat the bed on the trilogy. It just fell apart there. So
are you talking about this new Halloween?
Yeah, this new Halloween.
I like the first two.
I like the first one. The second one is where it kind of got stupid because it was just like, let's try to make a trilogy of it. I think it should have just been confined.
Wait, we're talking about Halloween, right? Like Halloween Kills, and then
Halloween Kills. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Kills.
I loved Kills. I love Kills because it became like a fucking over the top horror gory kind of movie. And like the first one as a traditional horror movie, I think that first one was fucking. I think if they had only did that first one, and the ending was those three women standing over Michael Myers, I think that'd have been fine. Like it'd been like, all right, cool, into Michael Myers and Laurie Strode's story or whatever, which honestly ended in Halloween H2O or Halloween Resurrection, but whatever. Halloween Timeline, ladies and gentlemen.
Halloween Timeline. Cool. They should have brought back. Look, me and you jokingly said we know who they should have brought back, bro.
Hey, if they would have continued from the H2O timeline with H2O Resurrection and then made just another one with Busta Rhymes coming in, I'd been perfectly fine with that too. Shit, hey, bring back Busta, bro.
Bring back Busta Rhymes.
Look,
that's what they missed.
Look,
and now he's fucking jacked. This is not like the 2000s where he was like scrawny. Now Busta Rhymes is jacked as fuck. After
the L's that Michael took and Halloween ends, I'm gonna need them to continue that H2O storyline and just have him and Busta Rhymes just go at it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let's go. That's honestly the way that they should. If y'all want to do sequels, A24, there you go. All right.
man, bring back
Or give us like the Von Erichs and Assault Trap. That'd be fucking amazing. Just real people in a big ass franchise.
I'm telling you, they buying all these franchises.
One of them survived anyway.
Hey, Michael Myers Michael Myers is gonna come back from the dead, and then they're gonna take his mask off. It's gonna be one of the Von Erichs. Watch.
He's gonna be wrestling in Mid-South. All right, we're going. We need to get back. We need to get to the fucking point because I need to record my episode too. But back to the point,
we gotta, because I got shit to do. Superman. So, all right. First off, because I don't think you you didn't tell us your thoughts on Superman because you wanted to save it for this. What did you think about the movie?
All right. Well, I like to do it where give a review first, then again spoilers. On review, I want a Superman that has optimism. You know, Superman. Like, look, y'all don't want to fucking hear this, but this is just the truth. Superman is just supposed to be like late 2000s to early 2010s John Cena. He's just supposed to be fucking optimistic as shit. You know, not fucking give in to any bad things, and then lol, Superman wins. All right, that's all he's supposed to do, you know? And what makes the Justice League so interesting is that the personalities of each one of them is different because they grow up in different parts of the fucking United States. It's just like different things, you know? Like, Superman, grew up in a fucking farm and shit. He ain't got, like, no neighbors or no shit like that, you know? Ain't no violent streets of fucking Kansas, you know what I mean? So he's probably going to look at life a lot more optimistic. Batman is supposed to be the one who went through some dark shit, you know, is gritty, but is more reserved. Doesn't give up on people, but, you know, is a little bit more reserved. That's why I kind of thought with the whole Robert Pattinson turning the bat into a symbol of hope, I was like, that's Superman shit. What the fuck? Yeah, no. I wanted a positive Superman who was a fucking goofy guy because it's just what it's supposed to be. I think we kind of gotta fight these bullshit thinkings about, oh, it should be loyal to the comics. What fucking comics? Like, DC is rebooted numerous fucking times. And it's just like Marvel's rebooted numerous fucking times. There's endless fucking stories. Matter of fact, we're getting the Aztec Batman movie coming out.
That shit looks like ass.
I'm gonna see that shit.
That shit looks like ass. I saw that pop up and was like, oh,
that's you hating on your Mexican side.
No. I saw it. Okay, let me rephrase this. Joker, Two-Face,
Catwoman.
Catwoman looks alright, but Joker, Two-Face, Poison Ivy look dope. I can't lie on that. But the animation itself just looks like shit.
It is kind of a stiff animation, but I wonder if that's like a choice because
that's certainly a fucking choice.
Have you ever seen the Adult Swim series Primal? Okay, it's the same guy who did like Dexter's Laboratory and also Samurai Jack, but he has a show on Adult Swim called Primal, and it's supposed to be like set in like caveman days and shit, where it's like a caveman versus dinosaurs type shit. It's a lot better than how I'm describing it, but it has like a art style that's similar to what I think they were trying to mimic for the Batman Aztec one. But anyways, my opinions on this thing is I like a hopeful, optimistic Superman. I like a Superman who is just a friendly guy, and the way they set shit up, it made it cool. The one issue that I was gonna have with the film, resolved itself in the film, and when it did, it shut my ass up. I was like, okay, that's my only negative that I was going to give this movie, and now I ain't got to worry about it because it resolved itself in the film. So if I had to go on a basic numeric scale of 1 to 10, for me, this shit is a fucking 9. So, yeah, I liked it. I fucked with it. You know, and there are some things that are changed from, like, original source material, and people do argue back and forth with it, but the way how I see it is, if you sat down and saw the Snyder bullshit, go ahead and just let this shit ride out, okay? Let this shit play the fuck out. There's two reviewers who I was interested in watching their YouTube videos just to see how they reviewed the film. And most of the time, I'm just like, we're on this, my personal belief, and then there's the how they kind of rank it. And they're kind of similar, but this time I ended up feeling like, okay, maybe I like this fucking movie. And I guess these guys had their gripes, but, fuck you guys. This is Superman to me. Shit. So I fucked with it. And like I said, 9 out of 10 for me.
So, and I gave the movie an 8 out of 10. I thought the movie was really good. I don't know if you've seen Fantastic Four yet, but I think Fantastic Four clears it. But I think Fantastic Four is a better movie, and they kind of follow the same. Okay, first of all, I hate people saying that Superman is like the first superhero movie in a long time to like go comic booky, because like we literally just had Deadpool and Wolverine, and I think that was more comic booky than like a lot of the comic book movies since Batman began, started the whole darkish kind of thing. Well, I guess the X-Men kind of started it with like not wanting to wear the actual classic suits, but like Deadpool and Wolverine, like Wolverine literally had a version of his classic costume in there. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the other heroes did too. Even are we gonna even like Multiverse of Madness, because the way their costumes were in there were kind of comic bookish as well. So stop saying Superman started going back to it. Now maybe in like tone and like story and like visual effects, I guess, like yeah, it was definitely more comic booky than any fucking thing that's been out in forever. And I think kind of Fantastic Four kind of does the same. Whereas Fantastic Four's aesthetic of like their 1960s futuristic 1960s looks fucking dope as fuck. Like I think it's
do civil rights exist in that 1960s?
Everybody is in unison on this planet because of the Fantastic Four. It's literally like world peace. Like it's dope. Like it's like when they have to defeat Galactus, like everybody just comes together, and it's like it's kind of like okay, if superheroes were real, and some outer space villain said like I'm coming and I'm gonna destroy Earth, are we gonna be stupid and like fight each other because we're panicking, or are we gonna be like, damn, how about as a planet we finally figure out like how we gonna stop this motherfucker together? And that's kind of how like the Fantastic Four was. And I was like, nigga, this is like the smartest scenario ever, because, and obviously in real life we're fucking too prideful and stupid to help each other. So like if that shit was real and some fucking superpower being from outer space was coming, we'd fucking kill ourselves before they get here. But yeah, it was really dope. So I would say Fantastic Four is a 9. Superman is definitely an 8, and that's not a bad thing, because I think Superman needed to at least be an 8, like for a lot of people, for this new universe to work out. Because I think it just hit over 500 million at the box office, which is dope.
We're ranking this like, I think you guys got to realize anything over a 5 means it's a good fucking movie. Anything below a 5 means it's ass, and then 5 is literally mid.
Yeah, so I think for this universe to succeed, it has to definitely be over mid, because that last universe was absolutely fucking atrocious. And it's not like it didn't have any bright spots. Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Shazam, those are all great movies. And then you have your Birds of Prey, and Suicide Squad, the second one was good. I like the second one.
The second one was good.
And then you have the first one, which should have been a lot better.
Speaking of which, fun fact, you guys. Apparently, me and DJ were all in the same space 5 years before ever actually meeting each other. Because that was in 2016, and we didn't meet each other till December of 2019. So, fun fact, me and DJ were at a screening, and we did not know each other at that time. My whole family was there, and DJ was there with his wife. And, we just found out we were at the same fucking free screening for Suicide Squad.
He sucks.
And just did not know each other. That's a crazy small world coincidence.
Great movie sucks.
That movie was fucking
That
terrible.
movie
That was
sucks.
the only time. That was like my dad walked out of that film, and like Katy to where we lived at that time was a 40-minute drive. Every minute, just a new complaint, but it was a valid one. I was like, that shit was terrible.
Like that.
No.
Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like this. Anything over a 5 for me, the movie's good. Actually, for me, it's got to be like a 7 and above for me. I say a 7 and above for me to consider like good to like fantastic, and then like a 6 is like, it's okay. Like, I wouldn't recommend you go see it in theater, but I definitely give it a watch once it hits streaming type of. That's for me.
Like,
And then 5 is
like
like 5 is like it wasn't good, it wasn't bad, but like was it needed? Like, did this movie have to be made? And that's how I kind of feel about.
that would be Spider-Man 3 to me. It would just be perfect 5. Right in the middle. So there you go. If that doesn't fucking get y'all to understand this scale, I don't know what will.
That's crazy because I know a lot of people that love Spider-Man 3. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just retarded and I just can't see
I think it's in the middle, but I think we're glad to see a conclusion. But we're not gonna. This ain't the fucking Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man 4 was supposed to be the conclusion, and then it got canceled. So we didn't see a conclusion.
Look, I personally think 3 did good enough for what we fucking did. I was surprised when the Andrew Garfield shit got announced, but I didn't hate those ones. Except, I mean, the second one was kind of stupid.
The second one was ass.
It was complete ass. But again, see, and that would be a fucking 2. Okay, so there's our 1 to 10. If you can understand it from there. But keep going.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the movies starting out have to be at least an 8 and above for there to be like word of mouth to go around. Like Superman came out of the movie, I was like, all right, let me text my niggas, let me text my family, like, hey, y'all gotta go see this movie. This movie's so good. That's what I did. Right? Feels like a 6 or 7. Like I said, I'd have been like, yeah, it was alright. I'll wait. Like I wouldn't waste my money, you know. But for this movie, I would definitely waste my money. I thought,
if a movie's good, that's the great thing about having friends. Is if a friend puts you on to some, like sometimes you got to be cautious of it. But I was just like, all right, if D gave this shit a higher review, maybe I'll like it. Because in my head, and again, you guys got to factor in people are different people.
I'm also not a Superman fan.
Yeah, D is not a fucking Superman fan. So when you gave that shit high praise, I was like, okay, now I definitely got to see it because D doesn't like Superman as much as, you know, your boy. So I was like, okay, so I know I'm probably gonna like it more than him.
Yeah, I don't think I even own a Superman shirt.
Yeah,
I got a Flash shirt, a Green Lantern shirt, I don't a Superman shirt. And it's crazy because I think as a kid I was a Superman fan, Superman and Spider-Man. Then as I got older, I kind of shifted towards Batman and Green Lantern and the Flash. Always been a Wolverine fan, but like I think like DC wise, I like DC more than I like Marvel. I think DC has the better heroes, and with Superman because he's so strong and he's you know, good boy, I find him to be boring. So like Superman, Superman Returns also sucked. Man of Steel was not good to me. Batman vs Superman was ass. Justice League was ass. Justice League Snyder Cut was ass. So like I don't have. I mean, I've seen the Christopher Reeve Supermans, but like I've seen them. They were already old to me at that point. At the time that I saw them, so it's kind of like, yeah, these are good movies, I guess. But like it's just, you know, whatever. I had like for my time, because I was born in the 90s, right? So the movie I had in the 90s was Batman and Robin. Oh my god, that movie sucks. But at the time, that's what I thought was a good superhero movie, was Batman and Robin. So like,
and you know what's crazy? I think I've had this conversation with you before, where it's just like I actually looked to see which Batman film I watched the most. You know which Batman movie I always like watched end to be start to finish and like never had
Batman and Robin?
No, Batman Forever.
Oh.
That's the one that I've watched the most. I just love Tommy Lee Jones' Two-Face and shit. Like, was it goofy? Yeah, but I fucks with, you know.
I like it. I like Jim Carrey and a lot of people
that's
were
the one
like,
that I watched the most.
I see a lot of people complain about Jim Carrey in the movie.
I know, but everybody was just like, "Oh, he's too similar to the Joker." I mean, that's how he's always been. Honestly,
I like
that's the
Jim
problem
Carrey
with.
in that movie.
I thought Jim Carrey was solid. I like Tommy Lee Jones in that movie. All right. Hey, look. I didn't know shit about the concept of polyamory, but when Tommy Lee Jones, Two-Face, had two bad bitches, I started to open my third eye. I thought that concept was cool. He had two fucking girls. He had, and one of them's Drew Barrymore for some fucking reason.
Was it? Man, I gotta
Yes!
watch it again.
Drew Barrymore's the good one, because he's got like that one, and then he's got like the bad one. No. So, shit. Back to Superman.
Yeah, so like me saying I like Superman. Trust me, I got the same response from damn near everybody I told it was a good movie. They're like, "Dang, you like the movie?" Yes, I liked the movie. I thought it was better than the Batman from 3 years ago, which I don't have a problem with. I think that's a great movie as well. I think I gave that movie like a 7.5 out of 10. And I gave Superman 8.5. Like, and I'm a Batman fan over a Superman fan, so I guess people expected me to be biased. But like, I thought this movie was, first of all, it wasn't 3 hours long. So, the story I loved. And now we're kind of going to the movie and get into spoilers, but I kind of like. I mean, I liked. I saw. Okay, so like my wife was like, "Oh, why didn't they give a backstory on like what was going on?" And I was like, "Because there's so many. We've seen Superman's backstory fucking ever. His fucking planet blows up. He crashes on Earth, grows up with his fucking adopted parents, and becomes Superman. We fucking know that story. So I like the whole three centuries ago, 3 decades ago, 3 years ago. I like that intro.
3 minutes ago.
Yeah, 3 minutes ago. Yeah, I like the intro that he gave. Like, he was like, "Hey, metahumans already been established. Superman came.
Years old.
Yeah, Superman came here.
Superman's the strongest one.
Superman came here. Superman, this, or whatever. Like, now again, for a casual person who does nothing about the fucking comic books, they probably read that and was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, and that sucks if that's you. But it's 2025. There's so much Superman material out there for you to go look up and figure out what his fucking backstory is, and just apply it to whatever the fuck you saw in this movie. Because
on some real shit, like, fucking read. God damn it. Go, like, in the words of Bun B, read a book, you illiterate son of a bitch. Okay, like, Star Wars put a whole ass essay
at the beginning of the
movies. At the beginning of the movies.
So you know what the fuck is going on. You know what's crazy? I
Right.
never used to read those until I got older. I'm like, what do these things say? And I realized it was telling you what the fuck was going on in the story. Yeah. So I'd be like, oh shit, I should have read these as I was watching these movies.
You would understand it. So I was just like, look, okay, cool, read it. It's just like, and we got to give credit where credit's due. This recent Spider-Man narration is where they did it first, where it's just like, oh, we'll acknowledge Uncle Ben, but we're not gonna have you rewatch what happened, because like, you see Uncle Ben get shot. So
people got mad at that. Like, what? There's no Uncle Ben. How many times you want to see Uncle Ben die? Go read a comic book.
Yo, you either know the source material or you don't. You got to trust that. There's a reason why people are actually hyped about this Mortal Kombat 2 over the first one, because the first one
movie still looks ass.
First one pissed me off. Like,
oh, is Cole not in the second one?
Cole's in the second one, but I don't give a fuck about Cole Young. Supposedly he's taking a backseat to this one. So I was like, all right, cool.
To Johnny Cage or what?
Yeah. So great, thank God. Get him the fuck out. Kill that motherfucker immediately.
Yeah. That shit. Oh my god, that first movie.
Yeah, no, don't stop trying to explain. Like, I hate when people are just like, but we gotta explain it for the general audience. There is no general audience. If you're making a fucking something based off a property, there is no general audience. They're going to see it because it's a film adaptation of something that they've either read, played, or watched. No one's coming in here like, I ain't got jack shit to do. Let me go check out this new movie. Like, Superman is literally the most world-known fucking superhero of all time. Anytime somebody ties a fucking blanket on themselves as a child, they're imagining themselves as Superman. He's fucking universal. Okay?
And nowadays, I feel like a lot of nerdy things is like pro wrestling, comic books, anime, all that bullshit. I think it's like become a lot more upfront pop culture type of bullshit that everybody kind of wants to like it, but not really acknowledge that they like it because they want to fill in, because comic book movies kind of took over since like Marvel was on that fucking run from phase 1 to phase 3. They made comic book movies like the top shit or whatever. So like I feel like people saying like well, you have to explain it verbatim for the new people. No, you don't. You know why? Because the people that go to the movies are probably with their significant other, and I guarantee you one person out of that whole thing, out of that one relationship, there's gonna be one nerdy person. Ask that motherfucker what the fuck.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They'll explain the shit. Don't do it during the fucking movie though, because if you do, I'm gonna throw some shit at you.
Don't do that shit during the movie. All right, this is why I love Superman. Okay, Superman. I sat by my son, and it was me, and then it was him, and then it was my wife, and then it was my daughter, and like I was like yes, because I know he's not gonna ask me. He's gonna talk, but he's not gonna ask me questions. Throughout the whole movie. So like when he would talk loud, but it would be like he wasn't like, "Hey Dad, what's going on? Hey Dad, what does this mean?" So like when we got out of the movie, that's when the questions started, and I was like, "Yes, you can ask me questions now, cause we're not in the movie no more." You know what I'm saying? And then my daughter was like, "Dad, I wish I sat by you during the movie." I said, "Why?" She said, "Because I had so many questions, I didn't have any answers. I was asking Mom, and she didn't know what she was talking about." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm glad you didn't sit by me."
She's not gonna watch this episode, hopefully. So.
No, I told her. I was like, "Yeah, I'm glad you didn't sit by me. I want to go to a movie and just like me, her, and Julian. Me, her, and Julian went to go see Fantastic Four, and like the movie was so good. It was so good. I just couldn't enjoy it. So like with Superman, I was able to enjoy it, and like beginning to end, I was like, yes, this is a great movie. Like the kaiju fight, him making it. What really made me like the Superman was as he's fighting, and like there's destruction being caused to the city, or somebody's gonna get hurt. He's taking the time to stop and make sure he is saving these people, or like when he saved the squirrel, or the dog that was going to get squashed by the kaiju and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like Superman acted like he fucking cared about what the fuck he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like it felt like I was watching a Superman movie, whereas Henry
and guess what? He cared about the fucking kaiju. He was mad as fuck that they killed the.
He was mad as fuck that they killed the kaiju. Because he wanted to take it and put it into his exotic little zoo.
Although that is crazy how like they killed that shit. Like he uses X-ray vision and they blew that fucker's stomach up. I was like, holy shit, that was crazy to see.
And Mr. Terrific, I thought Mr. Terrific was great. Guy Gardner, it was fucking fantastic.
They just call him Green Lantern here. They don't call him specifically Guy Gardner, but that's cool. That's what the fuck he is. That's what you'd call him.
Nathan Fillion is a fantastic actor. I watch a show called The Rookie that he's on. Love him. So I knew he was going to be good as Guy Gardner. I saw a lot of people kind of upset that he was Guy Gardner. And I was like, hey, be alright. And he did.
Yeah,
he was fantastic. Hot Girl, great. Like Lois Lane, great. Jimmy Olsen, great. I don't know if you watched My Adventures with Superman, but
no, I don't watch My Adventures with Superman, but I do watch the Righteous Gemstones, which is the HBO show that the actor who he plays a kid called Gideon on that show. But he's a fucking good actor, and when you think of Jimmy Olsen, that is pretty much what it would be, just like a nerdy, low key guy, similar to Superman, just not Superman. Like you would see why Superman would be why Clark Kent would be friends with Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah. And no. But what I was saying about My Adventures with Superman is, I felt like the characters in this movie kind of like compared to that show, because in that show you have Clark, Lois, Jimmy, Kat, Steve, and then there was a sixth person. I can't remember, but like that's kind of what the characters in this and this movie kind of like resembled, like the cast and stuff like that. So that's a great show, by the way. Check that out.
Yeah, I'll probably check that out. But yeah, no.
Yeah, I feel like everybody was casted in the right role, and everybody like delivered on their performances. Like I didn't find any the character of Lex Luthor. Oh my God, what a fresh of breath air. He is number one hater, and I love it. I love the way that this Lex was portrayed. Cause
I like the way this Lex was portrayed. It's evenly balanced of what modern billionaires do, and people complained about this Lex Luthor, but like the complaints that I heard to me were stupid. All right, and like it's one of those things where comic accuracy, they're just like, oh, why is Lex giving commands rather than like making a suit and fighting Superman himself? I was like, we'll probably get there. We'll get there.
I say probably by the second one. By the second one, I think he'll have his armor.
But like this one makes sense because that's what billionaires do. They're lazy as shit. Like he could stand there giving commands and talk like you hate the commands. If anything, that's what makes fucking Lex Luthor seem more intelligent to me. Because like y'all said, they even said in the movie, he's been studying Superman's fight patterns for years. So this man literally has from A through fucking Y, as Plankton from fucking SpongeBob would say, he has every goddamn thing planned out. He's got a whole ass different move set that he could command Ultraman to do. You know, he could command Ultraman to do this, command him to do that, command him to do that, and still stay on top of it. He's predicting, like, look, my personal greatest of all time UFC fighter, Anderson the Spider Silva, said that he thinks of the next 5 moves every 3 seconds. Okay? So seeing fucking Lex Luthor predict what Superman would probably do and predict that, I was like, alright, this motherfucker's smart. Alright? So
yeah, it's like he's playing a video game.
The people who hate that he had a tech team, bro, he's a billion. You want him to get a suit and get his ass whooped the first time? No, he's not gonna do that shit.
Yeah, let's build up to that.
Yeah, it's like we're gonna build up to it. It's like I think you guys, as just like the people who still criticize this shit, I'm just like, what do you want at this point? Because this is literally, this had a bunch of things that it had to do, and it did them well. Because this is a whole movie that had to set up a whole universe, and that was what people were worried about at first. Was just like, oh my god, he's gonna be fighting a kaiju, he's gonna be fighting Lex, he's gonna be fighting some other girl, he's gonna be fighting somebody else. Who I was like, that might be too much. Look, if it was done by a shittier director, maybe. But this one did everything well balanced. But going back, like explaining it, you know, we got the start. Starting with Superman getting his ass whooped was a choice, but it catches your attention. You know, fucking write a piece of paper, you sons of bitches. All right, that's called a hook when you write a paper. All right, that's the hook in the fucking thesis. He got his ass whooped. He goes, he recovers. He gets we actually see in real time the sun fucking helping him out.
Which was awesome. I thought it was a great scene.
And yo, look, sentimental shit. Sentimental shit. As he's healing, what is he listening to? He's listening to his parents' message that got fucked up in the transmission. We'll get to that in a bit, but yeah, he's listening to his parents' fucking message. So I was like, seeing all that shit take place, I'm like, okay. Why is Bradley Cooper his dad for some reason?
Yes, Bradley Cooper. Because James Gunn likes to keep his friends employed. It's like Adam Sandler.
What's the Adam Sandler? You want to talk about dog shit? That Happy Gilmore too.
Nope, shut up. We're not doing that. I like the movie. I don't care. I like the movie. Nope. I'm not listening to no one speak bad on that movie. I liked it. Kiss my ass. No.
Look, the only time
I shut the fuck up. I don't care. I don't want to hear it.
Eminem was the only reason I laughed, and that was just because when he just screams out "Detroit, what?" while fighting the game. That was it. And I felt like Eminem improvised that himself. The rest of that shit was ass. But we'll go back.
No, I'm not talking about it with you because you obviously don't like it. So fuck you.
That's the best part of a review. Somebody has to like it. Somebody has to not like it. Perfectly balanced.
I thought it was. Anyways, look, I thought the movie was funny. Eat my dick.
We'll continue.
If you haven't seen it, watch Happy Gilmore 2. It's not a
Don't.
terrible movie.
No, don't let this man lie to y'all. All right, but anyways, we'll continue. No, so I like the beginning, set everything up well. I went to go see it by myself. Sounds like some lonely shit, but honestly, for me, perfect. Just went, walked, just like that opening scene. Read, motherfucker, read. All right, y'all possessed from the fucking Boondocks. But anyways, yeah, no, I like that. Look, metahumans exist. Superman's the strongest one out of all of them. He just got his ass whooped.
Well, not
right,
he's not. I mean, Superman's not a metahuman, but yeah, he's stronger than all of them. I mean, he's just,
he's the strongest being.
But I will say this: I hope the first villain for the Justice League movie is Vandal Savage, just because the whole metahumans have been around for 3 centuries? So what, 300 years?
300 years.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, every time this is the second time it happened, and I thought it was behind me, bro. That's why I keep like, I'm like fuck.
Every time my girlfriend just walks across the screen, you think she's behind you. That'd be crazy.
That's why the first time it happened, I was like,
"Oh yeah, you don't have your video on, huh?"
Nah, I have like the preview on the OBS, gotcha. So like my screen's bigger than yours, and like so when I see it, I'm thinking like, oh shit, like is happening behind me, but nah, that's you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's all you, bro. Cover that up.
I gotta move my head every time I hit the door creak.
But no, yeah. So after he gets his ass, so he gets his ass whooped, right? Crashes into the snow. Calls Crypto. Love Crypto, by the way. Loved Crypto.
First of all, I love Crypto being used.
Yes.
So, like, let's go. And then there is a problem with Crypto that I had, but it got explained later in the movie. Like when you find out he calls it his dog, but it's not really his dog. Because like you would be like, yeah, why the fuck is this dog not better trained if it's Superman's dog? Finding out whose dog it really is. Because
Superman has to save the world. He ain't got time to train no dog.
Yeah, but then when you see who the owner is, and then you see what
we ain't gotta go in order. It's Supergirl's dog. You know what I'm saying?
Supergirl's dog.
Supergirl's dog. Which, by the way, like surprisingly, I'm excited for that movie too. And she only had a small cameo, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see Jason Momoa as Lobo. Actually,
he said everything. Look, he set up everything. It got us interested. It got us fucking intrigued, and that was the point of it. But we're going to the midpoint here. He gets his ass whooped.
Not yet. So he gets ass whooped, crashes. Crypto takes him back to the
Fortress of Solitude.
Fortress of Solitude. He gets healed. And the scene that I saw everyone complain about, how is he getting hurt by the sun? Because motherfuckers, he's getting healed. He's got his ass whooped for the first time ever. It says it. 3 minutes ago, Superman lost his first fucking fight. He ain't never felt defeat in his life. He was always the guy on top. He comes in, he gets his ass whooped. Now he got to go heal. Where does he go to heal? He goes home for Solitude. They take him. He gets healed by the sun. I don't know about y'all. I ain't never been healed by the sun. So I don't know if that shit hurt. But obviously it does. Superman over there screaming and crying. People in the comments like, that shouldn't hurt him. He's got his ass whooped.
I don't think. I think rapid healing would hurt.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Wolverine. Rapid healing would hurt because you're
healing so fast.
If you get cut, you're feeling your skin attach itself together, which is fucking scary. Because if you get cut, it hurts. Imagine your skin stretching itself to seal a wound. Like it would fucking hurt. You're rapidly healing. Your pain sensors, you're in pain because it has to revert back to pain to have it healed.
Yep.
And you don't have time to process that because it happens so fucking fast. But yeah, He's just chilling in the sun. Look, he gets his ass whooped. He wants to listen to something nice. All right, he wants to listen to his parents' message.
This is his parents' message, like a baby,
That's
whatever, Superman. No, that was.
I mean,
I get it. It fits his character, but like whatever. Batman would never do that.
To be fair, it's the middle of Antarctica. You know what the fuck he like? He ain't. What are you gonna do? Watch ESPN out there? What the fuck is he gonna do?
Hey, who knows how far his technology could pick up cable? Goddamn, or Wi-Fi.
Like, he's just chilling out there. It's like, all right, whatever. We got the fortress. But anyways, it goes. It comes back. And okay, so when he comes back,
is where he gets his ass whooped again.
it's been 2 weeks for me. He gets his ass whooped again. Our boy, the MVP, oh boy, who runs the fucking Yido stand. All right, look, good moment. All right, he fucking went, tried to help Superman up. Is Superman more powerful than him? Yeah, but it's to show you motherfuckers. All right, people try to help. You know, it's a nice gesture.
It felt like Spider-Man. It felt like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. Yeah. Where everybody where everybody wanted to help him, or like when he was on the train.
Yeah. Except they didn't do that as much, and except you know why they did that in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man, right?
No.
9/11. I'm not even bullshitting you.
Huh.
That's why. Like in the first one, it's just like you mess with New York, or you mess with Spider-Man, you mess with New York. They're trying to get the spirits up after 9/11.
Okay.
So that's why they do that. Me, hey, the second one is the best. Like,
yeah, second one's the best one.
That was the best one. All right. Why Joey Diaz of all
probably like
why Joey Diaz was on that train? I have no fucking idea, but he was on that train. And well, that was some real shit. They said, hey, when that kid ran up to him and said, "I'll never tell," that's some real shit. I respect that. Made that movie fucking. All right, when that guy goes help him out, like, yo, people are just trying to help people, bro. That's all it is. It's a positive message. So when Falafel Guy helps him up, and you think it's just going to be that one moment, but then Falafel Guy comes back in a more intense moment. Well, we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah, so...
Hey, bro.
Like I said, they show the city. They love Superman. You know, this isn't fucking... and I hate comparing it. Like, it's the only thing you can't compare it to right now because everybody's making the comparison. But, like...
yeah.
Zack Snyder's version just like it didn't capture none of this when it comes to Superman at all. Like it just.
And then when they tried to, they failed because like look, Superman's biological father says some fuck shit, but at least not what's his name? Who the Kent that is his father?
John Kent. Yeah.
Yeah. John Kent didn't tell him maybe when he said, "Should I let them kids die?" Like, all right. John Kent did not do.
Hey.
Get sucked up into a fucking tornado.
I can't believe people defend that. Would you want to out your son as somebody if he's faster than a fucking bullet? No one's gonna see it.
Yeah, he could literally just like grab him, drop him off somewhere like 500 yards away, and then run back before anybody even notices. And then they'd be like, "Oh shit! We blinked. We thought we saw him. Oh wow, the tornado must have blown your dad like 500 feet away. Somehow he miraculously survived. Oh shit! Okay, cool. Wow, that's crazy, John.
Like
now, like him pulling the bus from under is like, oh my god, that's crazy that he did that. I was like, all right, cool, but like, they're not gonna be mad. They're not gonna be like, oh my god, your son's a fucking man. If anything, they're gonna be like, put that son. They're in the South, okay? They're kind of, for a lack of better terminology, of a lesser IQ. If anything, they would have just put his ass on the football team. That's it. Like, hey, hold up, he just fucking lifted a bus. Hey, hold on, kid. We gotta fucking... Congratulations, you're playing for Alabama. Let's go. Defensive lineman of the fucking year, baby. Fuck it. I mean, they did the same shit with Forrest Gump. That's literally what they did. Like, hey, that redacted could run fast. Fuck it, put a helmet on him. Let's go. But anyways, yeah, we don't really see Superman's childhood other than what his childhood room looked like in this one.
No, we see it during the highlights with his parents at the end.
Oh yeah. With the highlights.
But I mean, like other than that, you know.
But yeah, so does this? So he gets his ass whooped, goes back. Does he get his ass whooped? He gets his ass whooped again, and then they take off.
They take him to the pocket dimension. So, like in this, right, you see Lex has the pocket dimension, which, by the way, dope. However, I want to say this: I don't know if anybody watches Peacemaker. So, season 2 Peacemaker, season 2 of Peacemaker. Well, no, season hasn't come out yet. But in season 2 of Peacemaker, starting next month, he is supposed to come from the
They're
DCEU
acknowledging it.
into the DCU by crossing over through a pocket dimension. His dad has had like a pocket dimension open forever, so I didn't think about
that
it.
was in the trailer. 'Cause they put a trailer before the movie for. They put a trailer for the John Cena Peacemaker series before the film.
Yeah, no. But I'm saying in
And they mentioned
in
the pocket
season
dimension,
one,
yeah.
in season one, his dad already has the pocket dimension belongs to his dad. How he got it, I have no idea, but he's had it for like forever. So I just thought it was funny that like Lex's pocket dimension can only stay open for a certain amount of time, and it absolutely sucked because it, of course, ends up crashing or coming in and collapsing on itself by the end of the movie. But Peacemaker's dad has a very stable pocket dimension, like, and he's some redneck hillbilly, that white trash. Like literally, that's what he was. That's what they describe him as. It's just white trash. So it's kind of funny, like. White trash has a pocket dimension that works, and Lex Luthor, fucking billionaire genius, has the shitty one.
It's his. I think the implication with his dad is that his dad actually is a genius. They just call him white trash because he's racist as fuck.
Maybe.
I think that was the That's how what I got when I watched the show. Is just like, no, his dad is smart because his dad's the one who made all the shit for him.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
oh
so
yeah, you're right. Then his dad's probably just a genius too.
I just think they just call him white trash because of the fact that he's a fucking racist.
That's crazy though. That means. Man, he'd be smarter than Lex, because like I said, his pocket dimension is stable as fuck, and he can travel through different universes through his. Lex can go hit this man up. But
his pocket is run by white power, dude.
But pocket dimension is the pocket dimension that Lex has in the movie is dope, and of course he keeps like people that disrespects him, like ex-girlfriends or whatever. He has Metamorpho, which I don't know if yeah, I don't know if Metamorpho. I don't know if Metamorpho is the only metahuman he had in there. Probably not. And he also had his child. And then of course Superman gets his ass whooped by Ultraman, which by the way I hated that name. I the reason I hate that name is because Earth 3 Superman is Ultraman, and it's like the crime syndicate. And I don't know if you've seen Crisis on Two Earths, it's the animated movie. And like,
I catch up on a bunch of the animated shit, to be honest.
Oh, it's one of the best ones, and it has Ultraman in there. And like, there's a scene in there where he's talking to the president, and I think Lex is the president, if I'm not mistaken. And he literally just taps Lex on the face like this, like, "Hey, you're gonna do what I say," and just like taps him, and motherfucker starts bleeding like everywhere. I was like, that's how powerful Superman could be if he didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, if he really wanted to fuck us up, that would be it. But oh, that's what happens. Also, between the fights, they see old girl gets there. The engineer, I think, was her name.
Oh yeah, she was fine.
That was her name.
Yeah, fine ass android, metahuman modified lady.
Yeah, no, she was not born metahuman. She
was modified. She was modified by Lex.
She was modified by Lex.
Yeah,
so she finds the Fortress of Solitude. Lex gets his ass whooped. They break off. They break into the Fortress of Solitude. They fuck up them robots.
Kidnap Crypto.
A lot of people complain about Lex just standing still and not ducking for all the saw blades and shit. Look, okay, yeah, was it aura farming? Maybe, but I just kind of see it as, okay, well, he was smart enough to calculate everything, and I felt like it's supposed to say that he's so confident in his metahumans that he wasn't going to move. Like, he was just like, if anything happens to me, bitch, you're dying. You're fired. I will have Ultraman A1 your ass to death. It was just...
Oh, shit.
Now, I will say, before we saw this movie, the actress of the engineer said that they had took out the scene where they... What was that?
Go.
What was that? Was Leah?
Yeah.
Yeah, but no. Before I saw the movie, like the actress who played the engineer said, "Oh well, we took out." I thought they were just gonna grab the dog because she had said that they took out the scene of her punching the dog, but they still have her hit the fucking dog's face with that the Neobots or Nanobots type shit.
I
So
would have preferred the
that was like, oh
punch.
shit.
I would prefer her
And I was
punching the
like,
dog. Let's release the dog cut.
the dog punch cut. Release the Michael Vick cut. Hey, then white people would have gone crazy if that dog got hurt. All right. Like white people love dogs so much that Chris Benoit killed his wife,
Oh
his
my
7-year-old son, but left his dogs in the backyard for Chavo to find. The dog didn't feel shit. I guess. The kid had to go. Oh fucking.
All right,
Anyways.
so yeah, it's like Kidnap Crypto, Superman. Oh yeah, this is where we get like, so we kind of glazed over the Superman Lois interview scene. Probably my favorite scene in the entire movie, and we'll kind of go back to what we were just talking about. But my favorite scene in the entire movie was him and Lois doing the interview, because right up to that point, the only person to have ever interviewed Superman was Clark Kent, which is himself, right? So of course you ask yourself any of the easy questions and you have the answers for yourself, you know what I'm saying? But when it was like time for somebody else to interview him, like, bro could not take it. That shit was like, I loved it. I love that whole entire scene.
I loved it because it shows that Lois Lane has a purpose, which is one of the things in this movie that I like a lot. Where it's like, you can be Superman, but you could still be flawed.
Yep.
And that's one of the things that I loved about this movie, because in a lot of the dynamics, Lois Lane, and to be fair, like, so I grew up with my dad bought the DVDs of the original Superman, like the Reeves one, and we watched that before Superman Returns came out. So I grew up seeing that shit too, and I was like, all right, cool. My dad saw when he grew up and he showed it to us. So I ended up liking that too. And in those ones, Lois Lane, like in the scene where they get mugged and the dude and the mugger shoots it, it's Lois Lane who stands up to the burglar, not Clark Kent. And then Clark Kent just pretends that he fainted when in reality he caught Uncle Hector.
All right, my fault. What were you saying?
Oh, okay. But yeah, no. One of the things about the original like '78 one is Lois Lane's the one who like confronts the robber, and Clark Kent just pretends that he fainted, but in reality he caught the fucking bullet with his bare hand, you know. And so what this scene showed is that he's Superman. He's unlimited. He's great, but just like real life, so you need people to help you realize how you look or how you behave, or how it could be perceived. And I feel like Lois Lane inadvertently, or not inadvertently, because she's blatantly doing, Lois Lane more or less becoming his PR person in real time shows that she has something of value to provide to him. Because yeah, he can just be doing shit if he wanted to, but when you do that type of shit, you're gonna get questioned unlimited, you know. Why did Superman stop the Israelis from killing the Palestinians? I mean, Majin Poor or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. But yeah, so other than that, yeah, so that was my favorite scene. So back to the
hey, you know what though? Time out. Going back to that scene, because I forgot to say, alright? Real shit. The moment I said he just like me for real, alright? Breakfast for dinner? It's my fucking Superman, goddammit. It's my fucking Superman. You didn't even remember that shit? They got breakfast food for dinner?
Yeah.
Let's go.
So,
Just
yeah, so back to I wanted to bring that up because like Hector said, like, you can see Superman's flawed, and you're seeing all these different sides of Superman, aka Clark Kent, like the different person, like he's going through a bunch of shit, right? Because what the fuck is, it's crazy. He's been on Earth, I think, for 33 years, some shit like that. And year 3 of being Superman, and like I feel like this movie, he was still trying to figure out like how human he is versus how human everyone else is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he's still trying to figure out, like, yeah, I got all these powers, but I've also grown up on this planet for the last 30 years, and I felt like he was still kind of far away from being like human. I guess, or whatever.
I think I read into it, and maybe it's just because, you know, my girlfriend has a friend who comes over to this apartment and is an immigrant, and so like, but I say that to say she grew up in like smaller city environments, so I think this thing really emphasizes Clark grew up in fucking Kansas. All right, he's not from a big city. So similar to people who come from these small ass towns and then go to a big city, it's a lot of culture shock shit that you have to deal with. So I dug into it, not even as him just being alien. I think he's just fish out of water because I'm from a small town and now I'm in this big ass city. You know, I look at it like how because personal side tangent. I worked for the fucking census, and so I drove to Lumberton and shit. When I got there, the Walmart's biggest new thing that they were advertising, that they put a fucking banner across the whole wall, is that Wi-Fi, that Walmart had Wi-Fi, and this is in 2019. It was just like brand new Wi-Fi in the Walmart. And that's some shit we've been having for like a hot minute. So like. So I was just like, okay, he's a small town guy, third year being Superman. It's one thing. I'm from a small farm in Kansas, and now I got to get used to basically New York. And now I'm a small time guy, and now I got to get used to the world. And he does have vulnerabilities. Like, he's got fucking people dissing him online all the time. You know? That's some real shit, bro. So I was like, okay, yeah, this is a real thing. But yeah, no. Like I said, is just it goes. I've read it, him being unknowledgeable about shit is he's barely doing this, and I think people just want to see. Oh, I have these powers. I am this superhero. Bam, I'm perfect now, and that's what fucked up the Superman movies in the past. There's just like, oh, I'm Superman, and then he just pulls some. Like, there's a tweet that's going viral as of today, where it says Superman finds out that you could take 2 punches, and then he just be doing some bullshit, which is true. That's how it was. Like, and then the quote tweets was all different types of videos of him finding out, oh, you can take 2 punches, and then he just starts flinging motherfuckers. But this is rookie, fucking Superman. This is rookie. 3 years. Is still a rookie. Alright? He didn't know that by doing anything and being from America, you probably have to go through channels and ask government officials for help or permission. Because it's true.
However, as a superhero, do you really have to follow those channels? You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what
me personally, though, if I was Superman, if superpowers were real out Superman, I wouldn't get involved in no war anyway. I'd be like, shit, they ain't got nothing to do with me.
That's what happens. That's what happened with like Marvel too, and it's a real thing. It's just like, okay, because it reminds me of like there was a story that I saw where it's just like some American soldiers denounced their citizenship of the United States so they could go overseas and help out Ukraine to fight Russia, because if you wanted to do that, you had to denounce your United States citizenship. You had to more or less be declared a non-citizen, which I wonder, when they go through that, I wonder if that's what they're teasing, because that is something that had happened. I don't know what year, but that was something that happened in the comics where Superman does denounce his United States citizenship because of all the fucking government attachment. So I think that's what they were teasing for. Not 100% sure, but I think that storyline's going to get touched upon soon. Especially since, like, Hot Girl just straight up fucking Kobe's the goddamn not Netanyahu, but is Netanyahu character. So I think they're going to reach into that storyline too. Like, I'm curious to see what are the repercussions of this fucking.
She's been cleared.
Yeah. Well,
hey,
that's just
no. You haven't seen like the stuff online, the Twitter accounts they got.
Huh? Yeah, but that wasn't. Those aren't ran by DC. Those actually aren't ran by DC.
I know.
Yeah.
I just find them to be very entertaining.
Oh no, I do find them, especially the LexCorp one that says It's like has been wrongfully accused, but yeah. So yeah, we get to that scene, interview scene. Where do we go from
Oh
there?
no,
That's when they
so
find
we were talking about
right?
Superman. Okay, so after the Fortress of Solitude gets attacked, right? Superman's looking for uh, crypto, right? And he goes back to his apartment where I guess Lois is late waiting. And like I thought this was the most relatable type of damn, if this shit was real, I'd totally do exactly what Superman just did. He comes to his apartment, he sits down, he's talking to Lois, and the Justice Gang are outside of the apartment fighting
Fighting a creature.
fighting a big fucking star. And Lois tells Superman like, "Oh, you know, you're not gonna go help," and he's like, "Oh, you know, it's like just another Tuesday or whatever. Like they got it." You know what I'm saying? At this point, Superman lost his dog. His house was attacked. You know what I'm saying? He done had a shitty day at work.
Does he get met? Wait, huh? Do they fight the kaiju first before that happens?
Yeah, we already talked about kaiju.
Yeah, okay, but there's a reason because I wanted to go to the kaiju because once we fight, sorry about this.
Yeah,
Sorry
yeah.
to, like,
So the
interrupt.
kaiju
Kinda
comes
going
before
over.
this.
Yeah, no, once they beat the kaiju though, that's when they get the message. That's where they get the full message because engineer, while oh boy, while
Oh,
she
about his
got in there,
parents. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, they got. So now this is where another thing where there's arguments for and against. Me personally, I'm gonna just be honest. I never gave a fuck about Jor-El like that. Never gave a fuck about Jor-El like that. Like he doesn't stay to raise the kid. He could have built a spaceship for him and his wife too, bro. That motherfucker just said, "All right, I'm not paying child support. Take this rocket. My planet's gone. Peace."
This is true. Like,
Like he was a deadbeat from the beginning. If you really think about it, like. And I get it that people were just like, wait, but then what the fuck is Zod's motivation going to be? Because Zod wanted to do that. Well, let's be honest. I mean, he could just have the exact same motivation that fucking Jor-El did. They didn't have to probably be against each other at this point. You could have politicians who have the same goals who fucking hate each other. We see that shit in the real world all the time. So, yeah, the message being fixed, it caught me off guard as it pretty sure like because I probably thought you probably thought this too that okay they're gonna reveal that Lex altered it or faked it,
well,
but
see,
the moment
this is kind of why I
oh,
compared it to my Adventures of Superman. Because if I'm not mistaken, the same thing happens. He just like a message from his dad or something, and it's because the first season is all about how the Kryptonians have come to Earth before in some kind of invasion or something like that, and they're evil and this and that. And so like when the message was uncovered, that's the first thing my mind went to. I was like, oh, they're finna just reveal that he was actually sent there to destroy them. Kind of like, and again, like Dragon Ball is also kind of borrows from Superman too. And like I know in Dragon Ball, like Goku's legit sent there to fucking destroy and enslave the Earth. He only like he gets raised by a old fucking farmer in the mountains, you know, and he turns good. He bumps his head, turns good or whatever, but and forgets his whole mission. So like, I mean, I guess it would make sense. Again, like I said, I compare this to my
not much.
adventures with Superman. So
Like are you one of those naive Dragon Ball fans who thinks that Goku could beat Superman?
I was trying to figure out who you talking to.
I'm asking you, are you one of those naive fans who thinks that Goku can beat Superman?
No, but I see you're one of those naive fans that think Superman could beat Goku.
He can beat the shit out of Goku. Look, Death Battle did 2 whole ass videos. All right, they said their base versions and their fucking god versions. Both times, Superman whooped that ass. Okay, and they studied that shit more than me and you would ever take the time to do. Okay.
This dude listens to other people except for his common knowledge. His like
Oh
his
no, the Superman's
bro,
whooping that
bro
ass.
don't even have common sense. What's going on? Are you slow?
Hey, oh hold on, bro. Stop it. Stop. Ain't no way, no fucking way, Goku. It don't matter what level Saiyan he is.
Are you capital
Superman
R
whooped
right
that
now?
ass. No. All right, but you are if you fucking think Goku could beat Superman. Well, let's continue. All right, before you piss me off. But yeah, the message was altered.
Yeah, the message
All right,
said that Goku's slapping that ass up. That's what that message say.
No, the message. Hey, you know what? So it turns out the message that Jaro sent to Kal-El was fuck bitches, get money, and whoop
Nah,
Goku's
literally.
ass.
Hey, what?
It was literally.
Nah, what's say, bitch?
I said whoop Goku's ass.
Ah, nah.
Superman whooping his ass, bro.
See?
All right.
This
All
dude's
right.
lying. This dude's lying, y'all. Like, that's all I know. Is Superman get his ass whooped. Look,
There's been studies.
I don't give a fuck what videos out there talking about. Superman can beat Goku
everything.
because if
It's
this were to, now
correct.
look, here it is. Here's Superman. Here's Goku. Goku just there you go. That's it. That's all that's gonna happen. That's all needs to happen. Come on now.
Oh, look. All that long ass screaming. By the time he even charges up that fucking Kamehameha bullshit, Superman's already whooped his ass. Like, hit his ass with 7 fucking punches, bro. Stop.
Ain't no way. There's ain't no way this nigga thinks Super. Come on, man.
Superman beating the shit out of Goku. Alright? Stop it.
Look. Okay, look. He said only
Anyways.
one thing right, and that's Jor-El's message said, son, go to Earth, fuck some bitches,
Get money.
take over.
That's it.
This is legit what his message said. Fuck these hoes. Fucking get them pregnant. Have a bunch of super babies running around. Probably
Hey, you
kill
know what's
each
crazy?
other.
That is a good. Someone did explain this. You know, college had to do a whole ass essay about Superman's ability to fuck Lois Lane. There's been universal like studies and talks about it.
He has to
Like,
have
how
kryptonite on or
dumb-
something.
Yeah, she gotta have kryptonite on or she gotta stay on top. But then again, because like I remember, I think Family Guy made fun of it where it's like, "Whoa, we found another fucking hooker with their head blown off," because
Because if yeah, he's gonna.
oh yeah, like that's there's been whole ass papers. Yeah, it's like you gotta have kryptonite on him. I will say that was another complaint because we are gonna get into it. Okay, finds out, then willingly gets arrested by
Lex and crew, goes to the pocket dimension, and this, in my opinion, fuck it. Okay, so oh man, now that I think about it, there's a lot of similarities between this and Fantastic Four because Fantastic Four has a
Don't spoil that, bitch. I haven't seen that fucking movie yet.
well, Fantastic Four has a scene kind of similar to this.
We'll see it in Dallas.
To the Superman escaping out of the pocket dimension scene literally they're kind of both like the same scenes, and like those are probably my two favorite parts. Like that's my favorite part other than the Lois interview. That's my favorite part of the Superman movie was him being drained by Metamorpho using the using his abilities to recreate kryptonite.
That was
and
clever
he was
as
like
shit.
super weak, and like that whole scene was dope. But before all that happens, your boy Lex shows that he is the ultimate hoe. The ultimate hoe.
And he's just being a smart ass.
No, where he takes old boy, the sandwich shop guy.
Oh yeah, no, hold on, we'll get to that. Let me count myself something to drink, and I'll be right back. I gotta take a piss real quick. I'll be right back. It was only gonna take 2 minutes.
Bet I'm finna
Distract
grab
the
another drink too.
audience.
Nah, I'm finna grab another drink too. Fuck it.
Alright.
Alright, so we're back for part 2 of our Superman review. That's being edited into the same video as part 1 because Hector fell asleep after he said he went to go get a drink. So, new day. Hector's in a hotel now. Last time we talked, we were talking about Superman, and he had just got captured by old boy Lex Luthor. Went to the pocket dimension, and Lex was torturing this nigga with Metamorpho's kryptonite. Superman wasn't breaking. That didn't work, so Lex was an evil nigga. Man was like, alright, Superman, I'm finna just start killing people. And he got somebody that looked like Hector. That's fucked up.
I was like, that's the wrong shade of brown there, buddy. No,
Y'all about the same brown. Y'all about the same brown.
Nah. What's it called? So, never mind, because we can't get caught up on side tangents. I was about to say, somebody thought I was Hawaiian because of this fucking necklace today. So, like, apparently, while we're recording this,
Hector and Hawaii.
Tsunami wave. Oh no! Shit, I wish. I wish. I'm telling you, I've said this before. I've joked about this before. I see what The Rock's vision was. All right, he wanted an All Samoan Royal Rumble. Okay, there's like 20 of the motherfuckers already. Okay, I see the vision. We're gonna get that All Samoan Royal Rumble. We might not like it, but it's gonna happen.
Rock will win.
I wish we could talk. I wish we could talk wrestling more, because why are people getting mad at Michael Hayes for making a mid-carder win the Royal Rumble?
Hey, bro.
Even though that's what the
bro.
The Royal Rumble's supposed to be for, bro.
Hey, bro. No. You're the only one I see that agrees with that, man.
Fuck y'all, okay? What is the Royal Rumble?
Hey, we could do a podcast on that fucking WWE documentary that just dropped too. Cause there's a lot of shit in there.
I'll probably do that one on yours. Or how many episodes is this? Is it just one, or is it just like a whole ass doc? Is it a docu-series, or is it just?
You haven't seen it?
Documentary. I haven't seen it yet.
It's 5 episodes.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
I think they're each an hour long, or 45 minutes to an hour. Yeah, it's 5 episodes. It starts with the beginning of the year through WrestleMania.
All right, we'll do. Yeah, well, I'm stuck here simultaneously for a month.
Sir, your
on the weekends, so.
Your internet is terrible. You are completely frozen. Super frozen.
All right, hold on. Let me turn off. Let me.
While Hector gets that
Wi-Fi on the phone.
While Hector gets that fixed right now. It's better.
Wait, hold up. Is it better now?
I mean, it's better. You're still frozen, but I can hear you.
I'll take the phone off the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, we can't get mad at Hector. He's in a hotel, but so we'll kind of go through the Superman review.
All right, but
he had the double tree and the Wi-Fi sucks. All right, so Superman gets caught. He goes to the pocket dimension with Lex. Lex tortures him. Superman
and Lex Luthor plays Russian roulette.
Yeah, he plays Russian roulette with
somebody else,
the sandwich guy. So there's a part in the movie, I think we touched on it earlier, where like Superman is
falafel.
I think he was fighting the kaiju at the time, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it the kaiju?
No, it wasn't the kaiju.
It was.
He got his ass whipped by Ultraman.
Yeah. So this is at the beginning, right?
Ultraman again,
and the guy, the
Superman went up with the Rio.
Yeah, the Middle Eastern guy goes to help Superman out of the crater part that Superman was getting his ass whooped in, and nice guy. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, yeah. It kind of reminded me of Spider-Man 2. You know what I'm saying? All the people around, they want to help Superman out. Spider-Man 2's version of it was better. Joey Diaz was there. But that version was better. But this was still good. So he grabs that same guy, brings him to the pocket dimension, and was like, all right, Superman, you know what I'm saying? We finna play Russian roulette. You better tell me what I want to know. And old boy was like...
Except he plays it the bitch way. He plays it not pointing the gun at himself, but at somebody else.
At somebody else. And the guy was like, don't tell him anything, Superman. I don't have no family. I don't have this. I only got that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. When he said that, I was like, my heart, bro. Like, you got nobody, and like you all here protecting Superman? That's crazy. Not me. I'd been like, hey, Superman, you better tell this motherfucker what he wants to know. He not finna kill me. What? And then Lex takes one shot.
Dude, be real. Like
what?
Be for real. Lex was gonna kill his ass regardless. Let's keep it a buck.
I mean,
we know this. His ass was dead the moment he saw that chair.
This low key solidified Lex as a certified thug, bro. Like, I personally, like, when I saw the scene, I was like, man, he's not gonna kill this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna happen. He killed him right in the head.
I genuinely thought, because the way how the trailer was, like, we see that Superman punches out of it, I thought that was gonna like somehow motivate him and for him to go through the glass. I did not expect old boy to die, and I did not expect them to like show it on screen. Granted,
They zoomed out. Yeah,
they showed it on screen.
Showed it on screen, and like, and I before I went to see the movie, I saw people were like, the gun did not jam, and I was like, does this mean the movie was good? Like, is that what we're talking about? Nope, that's not what they were talking about. The gun did not jam meant that Lex killed that motherfucker, and I was thoroughly surprised. I was surprised. I felt kind of sad for the guy, but at the same time, it was like, hey, bro, you're over here protecting a superpower being. Like, I get it. Like, it's Superman's y'all's hero. Y'all fuck with him. Y'all love him. Not me. I wouldn't. I'd be like, hey, Supes, you better break out of there, or you better tell him what you want to know, because he ain't killing me.
Look, bro. So there are some people whose loyalty is strong because they ain't got fuck all else to do. Okay, we know somebody who's so loyal, he moved to Canada. Okay, he ain't had shit else going. Okay, we've known a guy who slept on hotel floors just to help out in the show, not even get paid, but just help out.
Look, y'all.
And yes, simultaneously is the same guy who moved to Canada.
Let me tell y'all something.
But, you know, I feel like
Hector 100%. Hector would have tried to help Superman. No, don't kill Superman. He's my hero. And Lex would have shot Hector in the fucking head.
He was look. Let us keep it a buck. He was dead the moment he was in the pocket dimension. Okay. Don't you fucking watch Breaking Bad? All right. You made his decision 12 minutes ago. All right.
Look. All I'm saying is I wouldn't protect Superman. The moment I would have got kidnapped, I would have been like, look.
You got scooped up by Lex Luthor and you're in a pocket dimension.
Hey, Lex is a very salty person, though. He was keeping all those people in the pocket dimension that, like, wronged him or, like, made him feel some kind of way. Like, bro, you're a billionaire. Why you got feelings? Fuck these people. They're poor. You know what I'm saying? And what made it funnier after that was he was like, you know what? I'm gonna kidnap Clark Kent.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious. He's like, I'm gonna kill that reporter you like so much. We'll go kill Clark Kent.
Yeah, I was like Lois, and then he said Clark, and I was like,
that was a good way to balance. But if you notice, yeah, I think that's what they set it up to be. It was a misdirect where you thought he was gonna say Lois, but instead it's Clark Kent.
It was a good misdirect. So then from there, Mr. Terrific or Lois actually goes to the. I don't like the fact that there's a Hall of Justice already, because there's no Justice League, and that just means that the Justice Gang is going to turn into the Justice League, which means the founding members of the Justice League are technically Superman, Guy Gardner, Hawkgirl, Mr. Terrific, and that's it, right? Oh, and Metamorpho, I guess, which would be 5. And instead of Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, and Flash, I don't think Cyborg is supposed to be a part of this version. I think he's supposed to be a part of the Teen Titans when that movie comes out. But, like, I don't like the fact that there's a Hall of Justice. But anyways, Lois goes to the Hall of Justice to talk to the Justice Gang. Unofficially the Justice Gang, but officially to the public, they're the Justice Gang type of thing. And she kind of is just like, you know, like, we got to help Superman. And then Guy Gardner is the biggest government cock eater in the world, and is like, oh, you shouldn't have got involved, and, you know, whatever, this and that. Oh, Hector disappeared. I don't know what happened to him.
I just took like I had to make a decision, all right, because the thing is, hotels are greedy, man. Like, this hotel says we have standard guest Wi-Fi, and then we have super upgraded Wi-Fi that you can pay $7 for. And I was just like, do I want my friend's podcast to sound shitty, or do I want it to sound good and I'll just take myself out of frame. So we have this dopey-eyed picture of me that I put, just making a ridiculous face that I sent to my girlfriend. So we're gonna use that because I want the show to be good, and I didn't want it to be ass. So I wasn't gonna pay the $7 for boosted Wi-Fi. Hotels are fucking scams, bro. All right, you know
They
a
are.
6-pack of beer over here is $30.
$30?
For a 6-pack of beer. Yeah, they're just like new special, $30, 6-pack of beer. They're fucking Heinekens and Dos Equis in there, bro. What the fuck?
$30?
But we're going anyways. Yeah, I'll
That's
take a picture of it, and if you do put this up on YouTube, you know, you can put the JPEG on screen. But yeah, anyways,
no,
going
yeah,
back to it.
that's crazy.
'Cause
So
I was trying to
yeah,
tell you. Hold on, I was trying to tell you something. So luckily, I was still able to hear your tangent about it. Hall of Justice already being a thing, I do agree with you. It is. I get that we're setting it up, and the way how we're setting it up is fuck it, we're here. You either go along for the ride or not. But I feel like the Hall of Justice is an achievement benchmark point, and if they still don't trust Superman, why would they have a Hall of Justice?
I don't know.
Like it doesn't. Yeah, it's just like this is a weak ass Justice League. You got well, they call him Green Lantern, but you know it's Guy Gardner.
Yeah, the
And
guy
everybody
Gardner
forgets
Green Lantern,
Will
which
is like it's a rank.
I'm
It's a
glad.
rank. It's not.
I'm glad. I was skeptical at first when they were gonna, like I said, when they were gonna do Green Guy Gardner until they casted Nathan Fillion, and you know, I already knew he was a great actor, so I was not surprised at how well he did it. I'm glad that the CGI for Green Lantern though, like for his powers, so glad it didn't look like shit because look, I love.
To be fair,
I don't say I love,
to be
but I
fair,
really like Green Lantern 2011. I don't care what anyone says. The story's ass, but like that's not Ryan Reynolds or Blake Lively or whoever the guy was that played Sinestro. I thought he played a good Sinestro. Um, or Angela Bassett as Amanda Waller was fine too, But story
yeah, I'm not gonna
wise,
talk about that.
that shit
I'm
was
not gonna talk
ass.
about that movie.
You don't like the
I'm not
movie?
gonna talk. Let's just say the main antagonist of the film
It's a cloud.
shares a similar trait of mine. So he's got a certain name that I can't fucks with. I can't fucks with a certain name getting slandered.
Huh?
DJ, his name was Hector.
Was it? I don't even remember, to be honest with you.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. No, I fucks with it too. I felt like the suit being CGI was too much. CGI for the Green Lantern, I feel like, is the only hero where that should be fine because the fact that
Because of what he does.
the
Like,
way how the Green, yeah, that's what he does. It just makes that shit come out the air and it comes out the ring. So it's just like I feel like the CGI for the effect of it, it doesn't have to look the greatest because it's supposed to look like hyper realistic. That's why these people that's why the effect from Terminator 2 looks fucking still amazing because it was supposed to simulate water, and now every other time they try to do it in the future movies, it looks somehow
your thing was
it's like,
choppy.
nah, just leave it overly shiny with the water tech. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Am I
I mean, you're floating in and out.
okay, cool.
But yeah, no, yeah. So I liked all that. She goes there. Like I said, Guy Gardner's the government asshole, or not government asshole, but the government kiss ass. Oh, Superman shouldn't go involved. Blah 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 blah. Whatever. So then Mr. Terrific, of course, ends up agreeing to help her. I really thought it was gonna be Hawk Girl, kind of do that like woman on woman helping shit or whatever. So, but it was Mr. Terrific, which, and again, I'm not complaining about that, about the whole woman things. I personally, I feel like Hawk Girl didn't get as much screen time as like the others. However, she got a kill in the movie, so that's good. So they go to help, or he takes Lois to where he tracks Superman's
Hold up.
location.
Time out. Isn't the reason she goes is because by that point already, that's when we find out that, as that one tweet said, making fun of the Snyder Cut, your Jimmy Olsen gets shot in the head while my Jimmy Olsen gets head.
You know what's crazy is I never realized that Jimmy Olsen was the one that got shot in the head in the fucking Snyderverse until the other day.
That's why everybody kept making fun of it, because it didn't really address it, and we only saw him in one movie, so it's not like we really got emotionally attached to him.
Yeah, and it was just yeah, and I didn't realize that was him until after this movie came out, and I was seeing all the memes and stuff, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, when the fuck was Jimmy Olsen ever in the DCEU? And so I went back and I typed in Jimmy Olsen death, and it brought that scene up, and I was like, okay, like whatever, like that's how unworthy it was in my opinion, because I didn't remember that scene at all, to be honest. So
And that's the same movie where they said, you know what, one Superman movie, all right, you know what we're gonna do for the Superman sequel? Kill Superman.
Kill Superman, like that shit don't make no sense. You went straight to the second movie was to kill Superman. Somebody was really arguing with me, like, and I never even said anything about like all the movies. All I said was WB viewed all that shit as a failure, and bro was like, well, if it was a failure, then why they have so many movies? Well, I never said they didn't have many movies, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
No, I could, because I chimed into this. All right, I chimed into this, being the wrestling fan that I am. So what the argument was brought up is that someone had messaged, "Hey, Man of Steel is projected to, just make this certain amount of money," and it was a small amount. And the projection, no, Superman was projected to make a very small amount of money, like barely over. It's like, I think it was like 300 million, something small like that. Whereas for Man of Steel, the projection was higher. And someone was trying to say, "Oh, you see how much excitement that is, or you see this is why the Snyderverse is better." That was their argument. However, and it's like I pointed out in my tweet, your tweet pointed out the obvious, like, hey, no, this was a failing universe, and there's a movie that's going to be rebooting all of that. So, Bitter Returns, a company that even now doesn't know really what the fuck it's doing. Like, that's why we're going to be split, and it's going to be Warner Brothers and then Discovery.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with them.
But anyways,
funniest fucking company of the 2020s.
That's why HBO Max is now HBO Max again,
stupid.
instead of just being Max. But anyways, and and the guy, and you pointed out the obvious, like, look, people had diminishing returns, and it's just like people are going to be reluctant to go see a movie that revamps something that already put a bitter taste in their mouth. And this genius's response was, "Oh, but Aquaman made this amount of money, and blank made this amount of money," and
his worst argument of that whole thing was, and Superman had a beginning, what do you say, an origin, a death, and a resurrection. And I was like, all that shit meant nothing.
Yeah, no, and not to mention, and this is the argument that I made, I put the boy Scott Steiner in there, and I said, you're clearly not factoring that before these movies. It's like you got a diminishing returns film, connective tissue film franchise in the DCEU, and also something happened before Superman that did not happen before Man of Steel. That kind of changed social interactions and how many people go to the movies. All right, it's this thing called COVID. All right, you add COVID to the mix, your chances of a high box office drastic go down. Okay, Scott Steiner for y'all.
Not only that, but everything's so much more expensive than it was back then. Like, we're talking 13 years ago, or 12 years ago, right? 2000.
Yeah, no,
yeah, 12 years ago.
We're counting big bank. All right, like there's various factors that was not factored in before this tweet, and I don't get it. And now, by the way, rest in piss, Man of Steel. All right, Superman, as of recording this, has surpassed it. All right, uh, and people are still getting bitter, talking about, oh well, it should be that this film is a Justice Gang film, and Man of Steel is really the real solo Superman story. Shut the fuck up. Shut up, all of y'all. All right, you're fucking us up. We're having to go on side tangents because of the dumb shit y'all say. But back to the film. The reason I brought up our Jimmy Olsen is because Jimmy Olsen has connections via
Lex's girlfriend.
His dick and Luther's bitch. Yeah, so Lex's girlfriend.
Lex's girl is banging Jimmy Olsen. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's so funny because like I didn't know what to expect when old boy pops up in the alley to get the source. I was not expecting a girlfriend, but all right, fuck it. All right, Jimmy Olsen doing the deep research. Okay,
Jimmy Olsen. Hold on. But yeah, so then they track Superman. You have a cool scene with Mr. Terrific beating up some guys. Apparently, Michael Rosenbaum was the main soldier during that scene with Mr. Fantastic and Lois Lane. For those of you who don't know, Michael Rosenbaum is the Lex Luthor from Smallville, which I thought and probably still think is the best Lex Luthor like ever for live action. Fuck you, Kevin Spacey.
First of all, I need you to get Fantastic Four out the brain. All right, you said Mr. Fantastic. You mean Mr. Terrific, sir? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said Mr. Terrific. What the fuck?
You said Mr. Fantastic.
No, bro. Eat my dick. Anyways, I didn't say that. Maybe
you're gonna literally be editing this show. You will see it in real time.
Yeah. So they beat up the Luthor goons and they go and find the fucking pocket dimension. All the meanwhile, Superman is finally getting some help from Metamorpho, and he breaks out, gets Metamorpho's ugly ass little baby, and then like one of the dopest escape scenes just proceeds to happen, and it's Superman, Metamorpho, and Crypto, pretty much versus like the Luthor goons inside of the pocket dimension. And it's I just thought of something. Oh my god! So, and when we first started this,
before you say it, let me say something. The Luthor goons get disposed of easily. It's the fucking waterfall into the black hole of nothing that is the big challenge. And
a
lot of people, a lot of people. Wait. Let me say this point. A lot of people complained about this, saying that Superman should have easily been able to escape out of it. I interpret it as one of his weaknesses is magic. I just thought that's why he was having difficulty getting out of that shit.
Okay, let's throw this out there. I hate people that are always like, it's Superman, this shouldn't affect him. Motherfucker, it's a fucking comic book. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he had no weaknesses at all, other than kryptonite, right? And then of course magic. But if those were the only fucking two things that affected him, do you know how fucking boring his comics would be? This is why I've always found Superman to be a boring character to begin with, because he barely has any weaknesses. So if James Gunn is adding other weaknesses, and granted, he was like damn near killed by all the kryptonite poisoning, and so he was already weak. And he still had enough strength to like save the kid and all that bullshit, whatever. Not to mention he had help from Crypto, all that. So they do that. They escape the black hole and the pocket dimension. Now, what I wanted to bring up, if you haven't seen Fantastic Four, I'm actually going to do a Fantastic Four review like probably sometime this weekend. But
I'll watch it in time. There's a movie theater 5 minutes from here. I'll watch it to hop on that too.
Well, like when we first started this, I said there was like the parallels between Superman and Fantastic Four. Literally so many. Like I said, they have an escape scene. Superman has an escape scene. Superman's escape scene ends with a black hole. Fantastic Four's escape scene ends with a black hole. So I don't know if James Gunn and Kevin Feige were over there talking to one another or what the fuck was going on. But I swear to God, these two movies are damn near the same fucking movies. And that's probably why I like them both. But anyways,
I think I like those Coles brothers.
So So they escape or whatever, and then at this
Pocket
point,
dimension closes within.
yeah, the pocket dimension closes, and then the shit is the portal or the entryway into it gets shut down by Mr. Terrific, not Mr. Fantastic Hector, you asshole, by Mr. Terrific, and he's pretty much says he's gonna stay there so he can keep an eye on it or whatever. Superman goes back to Metropolis, whatnot, and oh girl, Miss fucking what's her last name? Lex's girlfriend. I always forget her name.
Is she a comic book character?
Whatever the fuck her name is, I don't care now. But anyways, you know, like Hector said earlier, you know, she's giving Jimmy, or she wants to give Jimmy Olsen that crazy box. She wants to give it to him. Jimmy Olsen, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, so Jimmy is pretty much trying to tell her like, hey, like I need to find a way to get dirt on Lex, pretty much, right? So Lex finds out that Superman escaped the pocket dimension. He's like, okay, who the fuck is the mole or whatever? Ultraman ends up overhearing old girl's conversation with Jimmy Olsen. Lex finds out, but before Lex can, like, you know, beat the shit out of her or whatever the fuck he's gonna do, he took her to the pocket dimension. Or no, he did not take her to the pocket dimension. Did he take her to the pocket dimension, or was it already closed? It was already closed. I'm tripping.
Yeah, I think pocket dimension's already closed.
But he had another way in, no? Or was that his only entrance? That was his only entrance.
That was his only entrance, as far as I'm concerned. The pocket dimension closes. I think it's insinuated that they are going to, like, kill her, but they just hesitate for some reason.
Yeah, and she ends up sending off text messages to Jimmy, which are selfies, but in the selfies it contained like a bunch of what Lex was trying to do. Yeah, like what Lex was trying to do with his plans and stuff. He's pretty much trying to like
Homeland. He's basically trying to be Doctor Doom, but
yeah, he was just trying to.
That I did notice, and I didn't even watch Fantastic Four. I was like, what the fuck? Does he own his own island in the comics? I know fucking Doom does, but I never knew Lex owned his own island.
Well, he's trying to own that country. He's trying to own the whole country.
He's trying to split it. So, like, the way how it's drawn is, I don't know the fake name, so I'm just keep it a buck. You got Israel. He was going to take half of Palestine and just, you know, call it Luthoria.
And so Jimmy gets to all the info. He's like, all right, he's gonna write this story, and this is where the My Adventures of Superman aspect kind of comes into play. So it's Jimmy Olsen, Lois Lane, Perry White, Cat Grant, Steve, and I always forget the black guy's name, but they pretty much all leave the Daily Planet together because Lex pretty much opens up the fucking portal again, which is pretty much like splitting Earth in half. I guess it was splitting it in half. And
yeah, Earth is gonna first crack and then suck itself in via this hole that was created from Lex fucking around.
Yeah.
Which, once again, upon further reflection, is funny that, you know, it's funny I brought up Terminator 2 and then completely forgot that the actor is John Cena's racist yet super genius dad who apparently outsmarted Lex when it came to building these fucking portals.
Yeah, because he's got a whole pocket. I just saw the trailer for Peacemaker Season 2, the newest one that just dropped, and like his pocket dimension leads to other alternate realities, other universes. So like Peacemaker is able to jump from the DCEU to the DCU, which apparently his dad's alive in the DCU. So we'll see how that goes or whatever.
We'll see how that goes when that comes out. But for now, basically,
so yeah, like Peacemaker's dad's smarter than fucking Lex Luthor, apparently, or at least the DCEU version, because the DCEU version of Lex Luthor, let's be real, Jesse Eisenberg, you were ass. You were super ass.
I don't even blame that on him.
No, I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
I watched the GQ series where they like have celebrities go through like their defining roles, and they do touch on it, and like you could see as he's describing it that like he was excited to get it, excited with what it was going to be, but then in real time filming it, just he, in the nicest way possible, it's him trying to say, I knew this was going to be shit, and I just still trudged through it the best I could.
He should have tried
But
harder. I swear to God, he was
I
more of
don't
a
even think
joke. He was more
I
of the
don't even
Joker than
think
he
it
was
was his
Lex.
fault. I don't think it was his fault because it goes like this. All right, you got actors and you got directors. It's a director's job to look at that shit and say either try again, we're gonna do another take for safety. Because behind the scenes, guys, I work as a sound guy for movie sets. A fucking director is supposed to be like, all right, let's try that again, or oh, okay, let's go. If a director says, all right, excellent, perfect, and sees the bullshit that he saw on screen and approved it, that's on the fucking director, because you chose that. Like you chose that cut, or you chose that scene. And it's like if you don't pull your actors to the side and say, "Hey, bro, you're being kind of ass right now," it's like no, it's a director. It's in the title. You're supposed to direct the actors. The actors are gonna just mold. The actors are like the best analogy I've got is like actors are like Play-Doh. They only become whatever the fuck you mold them to be. You
That's
know,
fair.
it's, but yeah, no, because like that motherfucker, he did great in the Social Network. All right,
Oh, fantastic! I
so
love
it's
him in
not
the
like
is that he what's that fucking the magician movie?
oh, you
Uh,
mean Now You See Me that they're finally calling Now You See Me, Now You Don't as the sequel?
that's the third movie, right?
This is the fourth movie.
It's the fourth movie. Have I not seen the third movie? I like the first movie. I like the second movie.
Is it? Hold up. Never mind. We're getting off track. God damn it. All right. Both of us have ADHD. We fucking keep doing this. All right. We
Huh.
don't have editors. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
Anyways,
the fourth movie. I want to see it though. But
before
anyways,
before they all get into Mr. Terrific's, like, basically car,
all right, that shit
hovercraft.
is dope. Like his little
Yeah, that
car,
shit is awesome.
spaceship type of deal. Yeah, that shit was dope.
That shit is. But before we get to that, bro, because this scene, all right, this is the only thing I said in the theater out loud. I literally said, James Gunn, you son of a bitch, out loud in the movie theater because since I saw the trailers, I had already liked that scene in the trailer. But anyways, they go, he's, he's in his old bedroom. Why is it still designed like how it was when he was a teenager instead of him just changing it up?
I can't
I
believe
don't
I
know.
forgot about the mom and
But
pa.
yeah, they bring him into the bed. They're like, all right, bring him, you know? And look, bro, all right, this is Friday. All right, that same day, Clips dropped an album. All right, and the first track of that album is a fucking tribute piece to both their parents. So I was already feeling some type of way. But when Superman had that scene with his pops talking about, look, parents can give you all the tools and tell you anything on how to live your life, but ultimately it's up to you to decide what you want to be. And then, bro, let me tell you, when it cuts to the scene when it's basically the Palestinians, and that kid sets. Once I knew where that scene was going, once it showed that kid, and I already saw what he does in the trailer, and then people start chanting Superman. I literally said in that theater, James Gunn, you a son of a bitch, because I started I fucking the eyes started watering, my boy. That scene got me. That scene
Wait, the
got me. I
mom
was
and
like,
the Kent scene or the
the combination, the combination. It is literally he fucking edited it perfectly. The scene selection is perfect. Only gripe that I do have is that Guy Gardner is the one who saves that, so it kind of diminishes it a little bit. But when I first saw it the first time, I was like, it was a layup into a slam dunk, bro. Like Clark Kent says that people, has that moment with his dad, and then from there it cut to the people setting, that flag up that they just made out of like cloth and shit and all chanting Superman. It was good sequencing. Good scene sequencing. I was like, God damn.
No, I agree. I loved it. I loved the whole showing that side of him type of deal. like I said, there's so many relatable parts in this movie, more than Man of Steel and Superman Returns. There's a lot of
I felt
a lot of
more,
relatable
look,
shit.
I felt more. Look, I've seen Man of Steel post my dad's passing. Okay, and yeah, no, there's. I saw more emotion from Superman and his dad talking on their porch, like how real parents will talk to you, rather than Kevin Costner sticking out. He's the Rock, about to interrupt somebody's promo.
All right,
And they're getting sucked by a fucking tornado.
your mic kind of went in and out on that. For those who missed it, Hector was talking about Man of Steel, the death of John Kent by the tornado, where it's like
John
no,
Kent puts his hand out like if he thinks he's the Rock, like if he's telling Clark to know his role.
man, I swear that is the dumbest fucking scene ever. I remember when I'm telling you, the first time I ever saw that, I was like, that was so dumb. And I remember telling somebody about it, and they're like, yeah, but if he would have went and saved him, they were gonna find out he was Superman. And I was like, you so fucking stupid. Just shut up.
Speeding bullets.
Jesus Christ.
But anyways, good scene sequencing. Funny little visual gag is Ma and Pa Kent's television is Luthor Core. If you notice that, I thought that was a funny little side
I did not
gag.
notice that.
You know, their TV says Luthor Corp on it, and I was like, oh, okay, so he really is Amazon. They're just not even trying to hide it.
Oh man, damn, Lex out here selling everything. Probably selling that coke too. When he was
Probably.
Lex was coked up. 1A, 1A, 1A. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. That shit was funny. Bro was yelling out combos for Ultraman, which like okay, so I forgot about the whole. I don't know how I forgot about the whole mom or Martha and John Kent scene. So I'm glad Hector brought that up. So after that is where Superman goes to fight Ultraman again. Gets his ass whooped again. You know, Lex is out there calling combos and shit. And then he finally defeats Ultraman by sending Ultraman through the black hole. Now, for those of you who don't know, because the Easter eggs and the hints were all there, Lex called Ultraman dumb. You know, he is a Superman clone. And he got sent into a black hole. Yes, it's definitely going to end up being Bizarro in the future. I hope the black hole kind of sent him to an alternate reality that is Bizarro's, like Bizarro world, like Bizarro's reality, like how he has his own Bizarro planet or whatever. I hope they do end up doing that somehow, because he is going like comic booky with it. So like that would be cool. I just honestly hope, what I really hope is Henry Cavill ends up being Bizarro after this. I don't want to see oh boy, whose fucking name I cannot remember right now. What's the Superman actor's name? David Cornsworth. Yeah. I don't want to see. I don't want to see him as like. I don't want to see him come back as Bizarro. I want Bizarro to go through the black hole. You know, go through whatever kind of torture the black hole does for him, makes him into Bizarro. Come out just looking like Henry Cavill. Fuck it. Like, if everyone wants Henry Cavill to come back and be a version of Superman, still have him be Bizarro. Like, I wouldn't be mad at that. You know, you have Jason Momoa coming back as Lobo. Honestly, if I were fucking James Gunn, I'd bring back the original 6 Justice League member actors and just have them portray like some kind of villain, like Bizarro.
No. Hold on. Let me stick out my hand like Kent about to get sucked through a tornado. Gal Gadot and Zachary Levi, they can stay back.
Okay, hold on. Time out. Wait a minute. Let's not act like the first Shazam and the first Wonder Woman weren't good, because they were fantastic. But Gal Gadot, you're probably never gonna see this. Go get some acting lessons, my lady. You are so beautiful. You really are. And I get that's why you get casted. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I was blinded for so many years. I was defending you. But I've seen the light.
I've talked to him off air about this.
I've seen the light.
Times.
I've seen it. You can't
and
act.
You know what's crazy? I think we set our standards low because we only saw her in DC shit. But when I went to go see that movie, the other movie she was in, Death of the Nile, and I was on a date, and we saw that, and we were just like, wow, she's fucking trash.
And her parts in the Fast and the Furious is like, I had to realize like her talking was kept to a minimum, you know, like she was just there to be pretty, and it's like, okay, yeah. In my head, I'm like, oh shit, okay, you did good in Fast and the Furious, you know, and you did wonderful. She did great in the first Wonder Woman and Batman vs Superman, but maybe the story of that first Wonder Woman movie kind of just hid her acting for me. I don't know what it was, but I really thought she was a good actress.
It's the Schwarzenegger and Terminator effect. If you put them in a role that excuses their limited acting abilities, it makes sense.
Yeah, because Arnold Schwarzenegger, let's be real, Arnold Schwarzenegger is a terrible actor.
That's why, hey, look, that is why he played the perfect emotionless robot. All right, they knew what they were doing. Okay,
like, yeah, I guess that's true. Like, I mean, Batman vs Superman, she had, you know, I don't want to call it a minor role, but it wasn't as big as Batman and Superman, of course. So she was fine. Wonder Woman, the first one, I thought she did good. That second Wonder Woman, oh my god, that I think I kind of noticed it a little bit, but was kind of just like, eh.
No, we tore
it's the script. It's the script.
Especially the begging scene. The begging on Pedro that's crazy. My boy literally was in Wonder Woman as the villain, and now he's Mr. Fantastic.
Crazy. Bro's in everything.
Hey, yo, why are so many people trying to get this man canceled? What's wrong with y'all?
They always want to be like, oh, he has, you know, his fucking social anxiety, and he's using it as an excuse to touch women. Like, bro, y'all don't know this man?
Yeah. Nobody, like, we ain't chilling with this guy. And also, they've put in the comments to those, because most of this is on Twitter, they put comments of him doing the same shit with dudes. It's just not
as prominent as he is with
women. Yeah.
Which, I mean, like...
But, I mean, it's because...
Bro just has social anxiety. Like, get over it. We all have our fucking problems. He ain't raping people, as long as he's not raping people. You know what I'm saying? If he's raping people,
but
like, hey,
no,
bro,
we don't.
Get punched in the face.
We don't need original DCU actors.
No, like right? I think Henry Cavill could come back and play Bizarro.
No,
Ray Fisher, I ain't gonna lie, worst. He was the worst of the worst. I don't care what no one says. Everyone was always like, Cyborg was the best part of all those movies. No, he was not. No, he was not. He was so bad.
I tell you right now, the moment you open up that door, you know who's walking through that fucking portal, bro.
Who?
Right? When you hear that the hierarchy of the DC universe
look,
is
man.
about to change.
Look. He is going to be upset the day that they recast Black Adam.
Today, Black Adam's actually played by an Egyptian. He's gonna fucking be pissed.
Nah, they'll be like, "Hey, you want to come back as Black Adam?" He'll probably be like, "Nah, hey, I actually want to be like a main hero this time. Just put me as Shazam." They're gonna be like, "Yeah, brother, we're not doing that."
hey, you know what would be fucking amazing?
Huh?
If they cast Roman Reigns as Black Adam. And that actually succeeds.
Next thing you know, 2 months later, it'll be like Roman Reigns has been featured endeavored from the WWE. Rock fires his own cousin.
Rock says, I want him night 1 and 2 of WrestleMania, and I want both matches to be under 3 minutes, squash matches. He's gonna fucking...
Oh man!
Ruin,
hey, the day Black Adam is
so the Rock's taking over when it comes to being the wrestler politician. It's the Rock's time now.
The day Black Adam is recast, bro, I guarantee you, he will put out a post that's like, "Congratulations to such and such," you know, and he'll rock it, and then he'll do a interview, and he'll be like, "Well, I mean,"
put hashtag Mana.
Yeah, and then in an interview he'll probably be like, "Well, you know, there's only one Black Adam, and then you're looking at him," and everybody's gonna be like, "Okay, guy." Anyways, so yeah, I look, Rock, I love you, man. Huge fan, always have been, but Thanks for ruining the DCEU. Like, no shit. Like, I'm so glad. Like, for the longest, I was like, "Hey, bro, they need to stop this shit." And it wasn't until you decided to show up that they were
hypothetical. Because I wanted to ask this in the chat, but I felt like you would have been the only one to respond. What would be worse in the scenario of getting thanked for something that you did inadvertently? Would you rather be Jack Perry or The Rock?
Ooh. I'd rather be The Rock because Jack Perry got pushed and almost choked out. Yeah, he almost got his ass whooped. And so yeah, I'd rather be The Rock.
You got your ass whooped, and then the worst part is it could have been kept private, but your so-called homies said, we're gonna put that shit on TV.
Right?
Let's go.
Bro's not even on, and the bad thing is, Bro's not even on TV anymore. Like, and as far as being on AEW TV, Jack Perry is non-existent anymore. Like, all that shit was a waste. And you proved that CM Punk was right.
Not to mention, when that fight footage got shown on AEW, the amount of people tagging your girlfriend and reaching out to her because they now know you can't fight.
Yeah, yeah. Every time, yeah, y'all know when you go on like Twitter or something, they be like, "Such and such can't fight" when they got a good looking woman or whatever. People make the jokes like, "Oh, such and such can't fight." No, yeah, Jack Perry cannot fight. His
own friend showed it. But I laughed so hard, but I also laughed hard at people thanking The Rock.
Oh yeah, once the Superman movie dropped, I saw so many people thinking like, "Thank you, Dwayne Johnson." Like, hey, look, I agree. I appreciate you, Rock. Like, for real. Like, I would have appreciated you more had you done the Shazam sequel. I think that would have been a better sequel than what we originally got, and definitely, I think had the second Shazam movie been Shazam versus Black Adam, where he got like a billing in the name, like Batman versus Superman, and you just didn't do the Black Adam movie, and you didn't do whatever the fuck that second Shazam movie was, because that shit was ass, you would have had a better movie. Like, I don't...
Like, there's a lot of steps, though, where like, it just all went downhill, okay?
Bro really said, Zachary Levi? Who the fuck is that? I'm not doing a movie with him. He's like, "Oh, but Henry Cavill, yeah, bring him in. I want to beat Superman." Like,
I want to beat Superman.
Like, come on now.
Like, dude, come on.
Bro said he wanted the whole Justice League to fight Black Adam. Bro, who are you? Like, come on.
He really fucking thought that he could wrestling politic his way into a movie.
Apparently he like went behind a bunch of executives' backs to like
Camelback.
Like, no, well, not only that, but like to try to be the head of DC, which, like, okay, look, let's be real. We saw what all that led to, which was him coming back.
$7 production.
Yeah, what $7
production has ever been good enough for anything? But I don't even trust this $7 production on the Mark Kerr film. But again, we're losing fucking focus. So say what you got to say, and then we'll go back to the plot.
I was gonna say, I think when he came back, did the whole final boss run. That was probably it was a fluke, obviously, because he wasn't gonna come back as a heel. But the pivot towards him being a heel and that run up to that WrestleMania was perhaps the best fucking thing in years. You know what I'm saying? Which is why a lot of people expected him to come back this year and do the whole final boss shit, and then he just disappeared. But I say that to say, like,
hey, bro, you weren't singing "It's Lit." You weren't screaming "Fiend."
I got so tired of that fucking song. I took that shit off my playlist, nigga. I took that shit off my playlist. I got so tired of that fucking song.
I took Travis entirely off my rotation. After Pusha T said
Travis, please,
said, I'm
please,
like, right.
please don't go into it. Stop. Don't drop another diss track. But no, seriously. After that, like maybe his version of DC could have. I don't want to say his version.
The Rock verse.
I think had he listened to people around, no, because the people around him probably tell him to take over DC. Had he had some input like he did with his final boss story and not complete full control, because of course he didn't have complete full control of that, otherwise he would have faced Roman. I think had he worked close with, hell, bring in James Gunn, James Gunn, and Peter Safran, like all three of them together to figure out, like, let's not reboot it, let's just keep this going and just get it back on track. He probably could have did some good. Like, I mean, he's not dumb, you know what I'm saying? It's not like he's not creative, and he does listen to the fans to a certain extent, which is why he brought back Henry Cavill. That, and because they were represented by the same fucking by his ex-wife and shit. But like, I think he would have given fans of that universe.
His brother-in-law was also working for Henry Cavill, and then Henry Cavill fired him.
Yeah, Henry Cavill fired him because of the shit that happened. Like I said, had he worked hand in hand instead of trying to actually go behind their back, we probably could have got the DCEU like back on track. Like, I mean, they would have had to make some fucking drastic changes, like regardless, like scrap that Flash film, because that shit, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't as great as fucking James Gunn lied to everybody about. But yeah.
Well, The Rock has proudly, James Gunn saw The Rock, and he told him off is the direction you can fuck.
Man, I'm telling you, final boss, fuck. So yeah. So Superman, like I said, he beats Ultraman. Ultraman dies. All that. He goes to the black hole. Like I said, Bizarro's incoming. And then of course all that's left is to beat Lex and to stop the fucking portal thing, on fucking the pocket dimension from splitting the earth. So instead of Superman beating Lex, Krypto actually beats Lex. So they go, Superman knocks Lex over. That's probably like the only thing he does to Lex. And then Krypto comes in. And if you guys remember the Incredible Hulk moment with him and Loki from Avengers 1, where he's like fucking, hit my fucking mic, where he's like fucking flipping Loki like all over the place or whatever. That's pretty much what Krypto does to Lex, and that's pretty much the end of Lex. He goes to Belle Reve, which is, it's supposed to be a place where Mando, because Peacemaker is a part of the DCU now, and the DCU right now, Rick Flag is over Belle Reve and Argus and the Suicide Squad. I don't know if you guys have seen Creature Commandos. Creature Commando is literally the start of the DCU, but it's animated, and then Superman is the first live action project. But it kind of continues from that Suicide Squad from 2021, I think it was. The James Gunn one, where and from Peacemaker season 1 as well, like Amanda Waller is arrested at the end of Peacemaker season 1. She's no longer in charge of Argus, so it's kind of confusing as far as canon wise, because Peacemaker, that Suicide Squad, Blue Beetle, and I think there's one other thing that's all kind of still relevant. So I don't know where Amanda Waller kind of fits into like this.
I don't know.
I know her and Lex kind of connect with each other throughout like the comics and all that, and even in the Superman anime show, that the My Adventures with Superman. So maybe I'm guessing she somehow gets back into power, and her and Lex team up somehow, and now she doesn't like this new Superman because, of course, at the end of Black Adam, she's the one who sends Superman after Black Adam for whatever fucking reason. But yeah, why does it doesn't make any sense either. Why is Superman working for Amanda Waller at the end of Black Adam? Fuck, I got so many questions about that shit. About
it's gonna get clear, but we got to get to the end of the film because I forgot to say my notes. My notes is earlier in the first half of the episode. I said my only complaint about the villain gets erased in the middle of it. I am one of those people where Superman's got to stay to his shit, but you got to be creative on how you give him weaknesses. And I think this movie showed a good job of being creative on how you give him weaknesses. And I was kind of like, okay, he lost his first fight. How the fuck did he lose that without the other person having kryptonite? So with the reveal that it was a clone, I was like, all right, cool. That got rid of my only complaint that I had. I was like, all right, cool. Well, that's my only.
Did you not know that going into the movie?
I did not know. I thought that it was going to be. I thought like similar to how a lot of people probably thought that the message was manipulated by Lex at first. I thought what was going to happen was that like maybe Ultraman, because I haven't seen Creature Commandos. I've been behind on a bunch of television shit. But I genuinely thought it was going to be this thing where he had kryptonite in the suit or something like that. Or
like Batman style.
Yeah, like Batman style. Because if old boy has, I forgot his name, but if dude has the guy who like makes the different elements, who by the way is part of the Justice Gang now, solely because he likes the name Justice Gang. Who Metamorpho?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I thought maybe he like kind of like mined some shit from Metamorpho, or just like had him make something and then like chip it off him type shit. So that's what I thought, or or maybe the other dude had like kryptonite in his blood or whatever. So either way, I was thinking outside the box, and I got a simpler answer, and I was like, all right, cool. So when the shit comes off, and then it reveals David Cornsweet's face, I was like, oh, okay. I didn't necessarily think it was going to be Bizarro. I know everybody's reaching for that, but I got to see that gray skin. I need to see that gray skin for it to be Bizarro, okay? All right.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be Bizarro. Definitely.
I need my Superman to be my Bizarro to be melanated gray.
So yeah, they beat him.
Yeah, the dog tears the shit out of Lex.
Yeah, out of Lex. Beats the shit out of Lex. So then the ending is pretty much like Superman back at the fortress. He's getting
our falafel guy is the lead story. All right, he's on the paper.
And they heal Superman, and they're like, hey, you want to listen to you want to listen to your parents or whatever the fuck. And he's like, yeah, except this time it's Martha and John. And it's kind of like them showing like his kind of backstory origin through like highlights type of deal, which I was fine with. I thought it was cool. And then, before that, Supergirl comes in. She comes in to pick up Crypto, and Superman reveals that she goes to planets with the red sun, so her powers are like aren't activated, and she's able to get drunk.
You can get drunk.
So I'm excited for Supergirl. Honestly, I don't want to talk about the post-credit scenes because they're really nothing. Superman, it's a picture of Superman and Crypto looking at the moon, and then Superman and Mr. Terrific like looking at the repairs for
looking at a building that they try to like push together because Mr. Terrific just uses his T-spheres, as he proudly proclaims, to just put the buildings together. And instead of like doing any patchwork to push them in the middle, no, they literally just push them close to each other.
And it's all crooked and whatnot.
So that's what he jokes about. But
yeah.
he's just like, all right. Fuck.
So that was Superman in a nutshell.
Jimmy Olsen has to spend a weekend with the crazy girl.
Hey, he getting pussy. That's all that matters.
It really is. All right.
But,
and my Jimmy Olsen still alive. Okay.
So I gave the film an 8.5 out of 10. That means I really fucking liked it.
I gave it a 9. You know what's crazy though? I'll get back to you on this later. But so far, sans you, every other person who I talk to about comic book movies is giving that Fantastic Four like 4 and below. I'm curious to see it myself.
That's crazy. That's a very great movie. I thought it was better than Superman. And I can like I said, talk about that probably this weekend. A lot of similarities, like I said, but talk about
I'll join in. God damn it, I'll hop on that one.
But yeah, so that's it for our Superman review. We had to cut it into 2 parts because life happens, and what happened was I fell asleep with my son. So
It's like, yeah, we're not gonna shame a man for being a responsible parent. Okay?
yeah, he woke up while Hector went to go grab something to drink, and he actually woke up like 3 times that night. Why? I don't fucking know.
Well, he woke up 3 times. My girlfriend decided to scare the shit out of DJ by walking through the background.
Yeah, remind me, like, send me a text, be like, hey, bro, I need you to edit that, because I'm gonna edit it probably Friday night and have this uploaded Sunday.
I mean, if it's there, just freeze frame it. I think other than my head censoring it, never mind. Yeah, it's probably best to edit that out. I mean, me, I don't care. It's just like, haha, look at that ass, baby. Look what I got. but for other people, probably not the best way to do it. But yeah.
Let's all say congratulations to Hector.
Had me looking like Jimmy Olsen, goddammit.
But yeah, so that's gonna end this video, and we'll be back with the Fantastic Four video for this channel, and then I think Hector wants to do something on his channel, and I'll link his channel in the description below. It's gonna be the
we're coming back with the South Sibs. We're gonna be talking about the death of Hogan and more information that we found out, including Brooke wanting to be left out the will. That's interesting. Ozzy Osbourne passing. I don't think DJ knows much of the man's music, but you know. And we're also going to be talking about 2 other stories that I'm going to save as surprises for afterwards. But other than that, man, yeah, that's it. We're coming back with the South Sibs now that I've paid for the Adobe, and now that I'm in a better position in life to have off time. So yeah, I'm going to be watching the Fantastic Four. I'm excited but nervous to see it because, like I said, when it comes to this comic book shit, there's like 3 people who I trust. And so far, it's not looking good for this movie. But it's weird because it's like it seems like it's going to be perfectly down the middle for me. I don't know because D's giving it a high review, and then the other 2 friends, one said Fantastic 4 out of 10, and then another one,
That's actually funny.
Another one said like perfect 5. So I'm gonna go see it either tomorrow or Friday, but whenever D records it, I'll be there to record for y'all. And hopefully, we won't go as many side tangents. Hopefully, DJ's family will allow him to record. But yeah, man, glad to be back doing this. Yeah, I love doing this, and we love you guys. Okay, again, love is punk rock, according to Superman. We didn't talk about that, but I thought it was a goofy line. Thought it was a funny line.
It was corny, but it worked.
Bye, bro. We need corny Superman. All right, I need y'all to stop dick riding, okay? This Andrew Tate Superman bullshit that y'all on, I need y'all to stop, all right?